When we last left off last time, you guys were investigating a series of different storylines and possible threats within the city. But coming up blank on quite a few of them, you guys opted to return to Watch Commander Schutzmann's office and report your findings and conclusions or lack thereof. While there, the halfling discovered some strange noises in the wall, assumed it was rats, so set about eliminating them. Started pulling up floorboards, etc., before coming face to face with a 25-pound size rat covered in gears and glowing green eyes that was none too happy to be surprised and noticed, and is now lunging at the scared little halfling who's waist deep in the floorboards. Mm-hmm. The dog is asleep over in the corner, unaware of anything going on.
Yeah,
so
that's about right.
Give me a quick initiative roll between you and said rat.
The dog's now a Pomeranian.
Yes. For this game.
I like it here. It's a Pomeranian. You should call it Ambrosius. Ambrosius, come here. You don't know pain.
For this game, the dog is a Chihuahua.
51.
It doesn't
Okay.
I roll my shit.
Total.
Would I be able to use my
No.
You just straight no.
No.
Let the halfling die.
Yes.
Okay.
He's annoying.
There is a method to this.
The problem with the halfling is it has the small trait, which gives it so many negatives. Like,
Oh yeah, dude, my strength and everything is ridiculous.
There you are, a wizard.
Okay.
When?
So we said it is 2 dice plus agility, right?
It's a common thing. Yeah.
What was that?
2 dice plus agility?
For what?
Initiative.
It's
Initiative, the eye. Okay.
I thought it was a
I want to turn
percentile.
around
Nope.
because you're too scared.
So the I
Oh,
24.
Shit, I don't even remember what I rolled.
24 is what you said.
No, I
Six.
so I said 54, right?
I think so as far as
Yeah,
your total.
Yeah, 54 was my total. So
What's your
I
initiative?
thought it was 24, so 6.
6 plus your eye.
36.
36. Okay. So the rat gets a jump on you.
Yeah.
Scratches on the floor for a moment, similar to to the cartoons where it's like scratching, trying to get to you, and then leaps the couple of feet towards you, lunging at your face and neck.
I scream.
You scream. Okay. What is your DB?
Oh god, I never figured that out.
Yep.
Because combat's not.
Why am I in combat?
Can I do a ranged attack?
You guys are unaware because the halfling was off in the side ripping up floorboards and everybody was trying to ignore him.
I was just collecting money.
Okay. And then you hear a shriek that sounds halfling-ish and not.
Yeah.
And then you see something crawling all over the halfling.
Minus 30?
60.
The first person to get in combat of this chapter is the person who claimed who's not going to get in combat.
And the attack is what? Weapon skill plus agility plus skill minus 60 or 30?
Wizard's 2 stats.
That one is 60, I would.
Toughness.
Defense
which is
is higher?
27,
Minus 60.
60.
plus agility of 42.
For attack or DB?
Yes,
Oh,
attack.
sorry, that's
Attack
DB.
is
Attack is 12.
12.
And it's
Minus 30.
12.
Plus weapon skill.
Strength plus weapon skill. Okay.
Plus training.
Right.
Minus 30.
Right. Okay, so what'd you get?
We ain't done this.
12.
12! Okay. The rat lunges at you, scoring. What armor type again?
1.
1. Scratching and clawing at you for 1 point of damage. Feel that. You shriek out in fear, surprise, and a little bit of embarrassment. There is a strong, pungent smell coming from the rat. You claim it's the rat. As it's crawling all over you, trying to scratch you, you can hear pops and whirs coming from it as the various gears are turning. Okay. At this point, Ben, what would you like to do? You have a sense that something's not quite right with the halfling.
Is the rest of the group alerted?
Not as of yet.
Okay, I'm going to alert them.
They're alerted from the standpoint of the halfling is screaming. The question is, what are you going to do with your momentary advantage before we go into a regular round of combat?
Average Tuesday. I'll attempt to. Could I go ahead and strike the rat with my core staff?
You're too far away from, but you can move across the room and do it.
No, I'm gonna
Halfling scream
move
marks
like
to
halfway
walking
across
after
the
him.
room.
Okay, just move close to support the halfling, but not actually help him.
I don't have a ranged weapon.
Okay, so you move quickly around the desk, seeing this strange green-eyed rat thing crawling all over the halfling, who's waist deep in the floorboards, screaming and clawing back at it. What would you like to do, Thad?
There's not much I can do. I have no real melee capability.
Yeah, you have a small halfling-sized hammer in your hands right now from pulling up the floorboards, and that's about it.
I'm gonna try to just scramble away.
Okay, just try to crawl away from it.
Yeah.
Okay, so everybody else give me an initiative roll.
Actually, just one. We can bear hug it as much as I can.
Okay, gonna try to grapple it?
I don't want to get it in the way.
Okay, gonna try to grab it.
Yeah.
Okay, give me a brawling check.
Now, if I were to hit it with that hammer, would it count as a great hammer because of who's wielding it?
No.
So basically,
So
you guys
the
got
individual
hired
numbers on the
by
dice.
Individual numbers add together plus your
private
initiative.
investigators investigating
Strength.
about the purple hand and other disinterring
Training
going on.
minus 30.
And we usually did between our backgrounds and stuff like that. Some are unfaithful folk, but
Which I have.
mainly we're investigating.
Is it melee
We were
basic?
here
Can I use melee
talking to
basic
the
for that?
person.
No, there's a brawling skill, so it's just your weapon skill plus your strength minus 30.
Or, and then Thad
Well,
and the
okay.
rat catcher halfling decided to fight rats, so that's what we're currently doing.
Oh, rats. That's what we're
So are we all there? Or
65
I'm not
plus
there.
12. 77?
I know he was specifically separate, and you were separate.
We were both at the house.
Right, they were elsewhere, so yeah, you'd be there
where?
So,
with them.
so what did
Those
we
two?
roll?
No, these guys.
Oh, I need
So
to roll.
what did we roll for initiative?
We are using 2d10 plus the eye.
Because it's usually only one.
We seem to switch every so often.
Yeah,
As long as
that's
we're all
why-
consistent in a
that's
given
why
game,
I'm
we're
asking
fine.
now.
So what do we do?
So it's whatever's
I
on
agree
the
with what
dice.
you said.
I-
During the game session.
I know how.
Well, during a particular encounter, as long as it's consistent, we're fine.
Just I.
You guys roll 2 dice, I'll roll 3.
I don't have a brawling chart, but I rolled a 77 total.
A 77 on the brawling.
15.
Versus its defense.
Break its nose.
Let's see, brawling. That would be martial arts.
Holy crap, dude!
Strikes.
You need that many.
Okay. And he has a defense is what? Agility, toughness, and 60, right?
Defenses
Yeah,
Agility,
tough-
toughness minus plus training.
and dodge.
Dodge, right. Okay.
What's the DB?
5.
Oh, okay. Armor type.
1. No, let's make it 2.
Okay.
Holy crap, I hit.
I would think so.
What did I say, 77? So 7 points of damage.
7 points. Okay.
No
You grab onto it. Little tufts of hair rip out in your tiny hands,
Okay.
but you're not able to grab it with any significance.
Do I need
Okay.
a crit for that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So Thad, you had an initiative of what? 25 or something.
Sure.
Sure.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
That was more than you had. You wasn't.
6 plus your initiative stat.
I'll deal with that.
36.
Okay.
Oh, it was 36.
36.
36.
Okay, George, what'd you get?
43.
Carter?
61.
Ben?
55.
The dwarven grovel.
Andy?
49.
Matt and Will aren't here. So okay, Carter, you're first.
And there's just a mechanical.
What about
rat.
base initiative?
There is some sort of large rat crawling all over the halfling.
How's our fate and fortune working again?
You have however many fate and fortune. You also have a certain. Well, you have whatever fate and whatever resilience you have, and then you have an equal number of resolve and fortune to that. However, fortune and resolve only recharge when you specifically lower your guard for the night, i.e., go partying or whatever.
Okay.
Okay, it's not a renewable resource every game.
Okay. Can I try and make a check to figure out this cyborg rat's vulnerabilities using engineering?
You can certainly give it some thought during your round. I don't know about vulnerabilities per se,
Okay.
but you can try. You can sit there and intently study it while it eats the halfling.
Should I do lore engineering for that?
Sure.
Okay, so I have
And metal has a
my
melting point.
Because I'm bear hugging the rat like this.
Can you find an off switch?
Or is it
99.
the on switch?
Nice.
Okay.
plus 2.
Yeah.
Plus 71, 172.
Okay. It appears to be a automaton of some sort. Certainly looks like a rat. You're not really sure how it's operational. Must have some sort of internal power source, or potentially a wind-up mechanism of some sort. It is notable for the amount of blood and gore that it still has. It's sort of half rat, half automaton. Yeah, sort of a ratomaton. There is.
That's an extra 10 experience.
That's right. You don't see any particular weaknesses other than smash it, but you'd be very curious to see how it works if you had the opportunity.
Unwind the rat. Turn it
Okay.
in another direction.
Ben, what would you like to do?
Trying to argue about grabbing its nipples.
Start getting voltage.
So,
Oh, my
I-
fingers are all tingling.
It does not look like any mechanism you've ever seen.
Yeah.
I'm on my back covered in giant rat. How am I going to get a sling out and use
I'm
it?
going to.
You attach the
I
rat
move
to
towards the to support. So I. I'm
Yeah,
guessing
you're maybe 3 or 4 yards away.
They're not
I move that
water
far. So I'm going to attempt to.
So you move up and try to hit it.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not really big enough, given its situation, to be able to charge it, but you can certainly move up and start smacking the two of them with your staff.
It's the only way I was going to get up to him.
The rat, like I said, the rat is about 25 pounds in size, roughly the size of our smaller dog. The halfling is only slightly bigger. Is only slightly bigger than that. Between
Kill me, dude.
between his furry feet and the rat's fur, it's all one big fur ball.
Okay.
I'm a clean person.
Let me just see if I can figure out the. I'm going to also go and put the map, but I still need to get the tech.
What's up?
No, I doubt I hit. I rolled a 9. So unless a 48 will hit with a quarter.
Armor type 2.
Yeah, I'm trying to
It might hit a quarter staff.
He has a 5 defense.
5 defense.
Quarterstaff's in the file that says quarterstaff.
Staff quarter. Why is this?
Because there's a staff full and a staff quarter and a staff half.
You said armor type 2?
It's not like just a giant stack of quarters.
Nope.
Well,
40.
48.
That's an oriental style
No,
weapon,
it
the
just
one that
missed.
breaks into pieces.
Try staff.
Yeah.
Just missed.
Just missed?
Yeah.
Okay, big quarterstaff smashes down next to the halfling. We go to George. What would you like to do?
Grab the helmet, grab the axe, and start heading toward him.
Okay, you grab your axe, grab your helmet, make a couple of steps towards the fight.
Yep.
Okay. The rat goes ahead
I'll be
and
there
tries
when
to plunge its teeth into your shoulder. What's your defense at this point?
Yeah.
Am I really that slow? But
Well,
behind you, dude?
Well,
I think that's what I came up with.
Magic.
He just admitted he's magic. We know who he is.
Ooh, 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 ooh.
They better start singing the Ozempic thing. And I was like, what?
It's the same song.
Cause gastrointestinal distress. You die.
yes, the game has progressed into elderly gamer mode when we start doing jingles.
I was like, God, for him.
Okay, what was your DB and what was your armor type?
Armor type 1,
Armor type 1, DB is?
12.
12, still 12, okay.
I don't think there's 5 points you did or something like that, but 1 point.
Okay, it does a 6C tiny.
There goes my nose.
There goes the apple.
As it rips your nose off.
This one's getting your jugular. I can just feel it.
Yep.
Take a
Fucking
6
great.
bleed.
You got to play your halfling twice.
Stand still. I'm going to shoot you.
It takes a strike at your face.
Oh, come on.
You panic, stumbling back, which ends up dropping you sitting inside the floor.
It's going to drag me
Um,
away. isn't it?
It prepares for another strike. You take 4 hits, stunned, and are bleeding 2 from rat bites on your face.
It's not that tough.
It's not that bad. Okay.
It's in the game, man.
That's 36 points of damage if you let it bleed out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Andy, what would you like to do? I think I skipped over you.
Yeah, one move to get
That's
to
the
it.
medic types.
I'm six.
That's the
6'3",
medic
got
type.
Sure.
one leg.
Sure.
It's like, let's not bandage
Gonna go up
this,
and,
just let it bleed out.
Try to pin it to
I'll
the
be fine.
floor
Go
with my
ahead.
overhook.
Okay. You come up and swing around the whatever he wants to go by. What do you go by? Since I assume not witch.
Remember, George, everybody
Keep,
stops.
Herbalist. Yeah,
What job do you go by? What do you claim your role is?
herbalist.
Herbalist. Okay, so you come running past the herbalist.
Pardon me,
As
Dreadlord.
he's like swatting at something in the floorboards with his thing, so you just like cleave down with the axe, hopefully not hitting the halfling.
Well, I figured I saw him fall back, so I'm hoping he's out of the way.
He's currently fallen. Yes.
Yes.
You just pick up the halfling, like, what are we doing now, man?
And he, so it's armor 1, armor 2, and no DB. Right?
5 dB.
5 DB.
Uh huh. And did you roll doubles or really low?
Needed.
Okay.
Oh, I was like,
I just got to keep checking that since we've rolled a remarkably rare number of doubles, and each one has special effects.
nope.
Okay.
So that is 90.
I got a 99.
That is a double.
I know.
So 16 CP.
16 CP.
More impossible to read dice.
Let's hope that isn't on the halfway.
There is the one.
Let's see. 50-50 halfling versus rat.
No, those are the ones that I can't do.
CP 74.
Yep, 74.
74. Destructive strike to his lower leg. Rips off several gears right from the flesh. It takes 5 extra hits and is now limping.
Impossible to see the numbers on.
Hey, Dad. What time you slowed it
That
down?
would be a negative 10 to hit.
Okay.
Your child's died.
Thad, what would you like to do? I think you were stunned at least one round. Well, it was. Let me see. What
I
was it?
had bleeding too. I don't remember
You-
what it says.
There was 1 round of stun, which goes away automatically. 4 hits and 2 bleeding.
Okay. I'm going to try the bear hug thing again.
Okay. You're gonna try to stand up.
No.
Okay.
What class are you?
Halfling.
That's a race.
Yeah.
It's a class 2.
Doesn't matter what the physical pathway is. They're all kind of worthless in combat.
You see, we usually bring
Not
halflings
mine.
along with
This is more of a
one
bear.
has no cookies.
This is more of a bear cub hug.
It's like, why do we have this halfling? No
Uh,
cookies.
This is vaguely like an Ewok hugging you.
I got a negative.
A negative?
Yeah.
What'd you roll on it?
I rolled a 4 and
Okay.
a 19.
A 4 is fine, but
It's still an open-ended low.
yeah, yes, but a 2 would be a fumble.
Oh, okay.
That's what I was looking at.
So yeah, I
So.
missed.
Okay.
Like severely.
Well, yeah, when your face is bloody, and then you bleed 2
It
points.
seems big.
Yeah.
Let's go my eyelid. Get it off.
We go back around to Carter. Currently, the herbalist and whatever your character is, the bounty hunter, are smashing things into the floorboards of the room, while the rat is striking at the halfling fairly ferociously. You see bits of blood and fur flying out of the hole.
I'll shoot it.
You'll shoot it? Okay. It has a 25 dB versus a ranged attack.
Bye-bye, Dad.
Okay.
Such is life.
Am I within 10 yards of it?
Yes.
Okay. Good. That's a 98.
Oh God.
Okay.
2 open-endeds in a row.
Plus
Nice.
53. So 151 plus 75.
Yes.
Okay.
Math chart.
So armor type what?
2.
2. I don't need this. I have it right here. 11D.
Bye-bye, Dad.
Hold on. Ballistic.
For 12 critical.
Fired.
Not impressed. Crack shot. Wings it.
I forgot some of these characters aren't new characters.
I just
When he
rolled a
was like-
98.
Right, I
so
know. I know.
They keep track of me now.
There you go. A D and you rolled a 12.
Yeah.
Elbow hit. Snaps one of its legs clear off. It takes 3 hits.
What needs that?
And the halfling shits himself.
Yeah, a bullet flies right past your face. The front leg of the rat creature just explodes, leaving a little twitching leg on the ground, while the rat sort of lurches off to the side, but seems to continue to fight.
Bastard. Get out of the way.
Ben.
I'll attempt to,
Choice.
Stand
I'll
up and
attempt to
walk.
strike the rat again with my quarterstaff.
Okay.
It's obvious. You can shoot its head off and 2 of its legs, and it'll still be.
There we go, 94. I rolled a 94. So DB is 6.
0.
0. Okay.
It's got a broken leg and no front leg.
Darn it, it has penalties.
It does.
Oops.
Yeah.
32 DK.
Okay.
K?
Yes.
Oh, crush. Yeah.
Yep. He did a K critical.
That's my brain went there to like,
Quarterstaffs are overpowered.
maybe a little tired.
Roll your D, if it matters.
Definitely.
100.
Reminded me of the bugs.
It's bad. We wanted to.
Okay, 100. Okay, you raise your staff up, and an opportune strike, you slam it down straight through the center of the rat and into the surface below it. It stops. It immediately shudders and stops moving. And it appears to be impaled on your quarterstaff at this point.
I crawl out of the hole.
Okay. You're still bleeding.
Yeah, start proceeding to clean my face up and bandage myself.
Okay.
I'm gonna reload my only chamber.
Then
on
you gotta
my
do a
gun.
dance.
Okay.
The one chamber I use.
Okay.
I may as well be a monk.
Which one of the rat leaders was it that's the gear master?
I may as well be a monk.
There's Snitch. Okay. There's Deathmaster Snitch. And then
I know
there's-
what you're talking about.
Yeah, number 2.
Let's see.
Snitch is the assassin.
Is there a monk
I
equivalent
don't
in this
look
game?
Into the.
It's all
I can't remember
Lord,
it either.
Kidder, something.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Probably be full on.
Yeah.
So he immediately starts reloading, in case there's an army of these things. The halfling is sitting there with a bloody nose. What else are you guys gonna do?
Ew.
Take the.
Okay, you flip the rat off. It falls in a lump on the side. The tip of your staff is coated in small green crystals.
Good luck. You're dead now.
That's why I use
I would stay away. Could I
Stay away from my
attempt
quarterstaff.
analysis?
It's rock
Like,
candy.
Middenheim?
Just lick it.
That doesn't look. It's not Middenheim related. Doesn't seem to have any information.
I use one
you-
hand to stand him up and say, "Clean yourself up."
Okay.
As I look down inside the.
He's sitting there trying to rub bandages on his nose right now.
My face. My beautiful face.
The dog's licking your face.
Yeah, the dog looks up at you, and then goes back to sleep.
Can I make an intelligence check to see if I can identify what these
Sure.
interesting rocks are
Sure.
without touching them?
No. Give me a roll.
Good luck.
Fine then.
Give me a roll.
Fine.
You can't ask if you can do something and then go, oh wait, there's some.
There's a drawback.
Well, 120. Wait, no, it's not 120. 105.
105. Okay. They appear to be a self-illuminating piece of crystal that was shattered when you slammed your staff through whatever it was. There's little fragments of it embedded in the wood of your staff that would take a little bit of effort to clean up if you wanted to. You're unsure or unaware of what it is, at least from a character standpoint. You gain 1 point of corruption, unless you have pure soul.
No.
Oh, you don't have pure soul this time?
No.
Most people don't.
I was gonna say
It's a very rare
Yeah.
talent.
I know this.
But yet, what? 3 people had it in the last group.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
all randomly rolled, except
Yeah.
the priest.
Yeah.
Out of everyone.
Priest never got it.
That priest wasn't pure. That's why he hung out with the rest of them.
Mine slipped into a lake of weird some
So, add a point of corruption.
Yeah.
And what would the rest of you guys like to do? Watch Commander Schutzman is like still in a bit of shock, from the gunshot in his office and everything else.
Yeah, we're all fucking like mop.
Heard bigger explosions before.
So the did anybody else look at the picture of the rat?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
There's a picture of it.
Yes,
In the chat.
Discord. Yep, in Discord.
Oh, okay.
Can you look at it again?
I thought you. No, you showed me. I
Do
thought,
I have prior knowledge of this rat? Like, of types of rats?
No,
You
you've
met
never.
him once before in a
This-
city bar.
Yes.
He was the one that
Mechanical
he-
rat.
No, the size of the rat is unusual, but not out of the ordinary for rats. I mean, they do grow that big or bigger,
Yes.
especially in the tunnels and so forth. The mechanical gears and so forth is completely foreign. You've never seen anything like that.
Okay.
Okay.
Those crazy things.
It's completely inanimate at this point.
I didn't know because the overall class of Iron Breath was specifically anti.
Yeah, no, you've never seen anything like this.
Okay.
And how about my history as a rat catcher?
You have seen rats easily this big. They're uncommon, but certainly possible. You've never seen anything mechanical like this.
Species-wise, is this a
Yes,
local
but they
rat?
don't incorporate
Oh yeah. It looks like a fairly standard black rat. Type thing.
Raise the value. It remains.
None.
They would have
Does not have any value monetarily, except for scientific knowledge. It looks like it has been. It looks like the skin has grown around the gears and so forth, and multiple gears and mechanisms have replaced joints and bones in some cases. The most notable thing is right underneath its tail, where there normally would be a butthole, is a large red button.
Yeah.
Press the
That's just,
button.
Don't press the button.
that sounded so weird hearing you say butthole.
I know.
That just
Halfling, press the button.
You
Press the
Bag.
it's
button.
the on button.
Sir, bag.
Is there a bag?
Yes.
Not here.
I have a sack.
Poke the button.
He says he has a sack.
Put it in the bag.
Why? What,
No,
what we need
press
it
the
for?
button.
pick it up. Put it in the bag.
We need to figure out what the button does.
don't press it inside this building.
It's a
The
red
guy
button.
was paying us gold
So do what?
to solve these issues.
I wish I
Don't
could
do it
be
inside.
the-
I mean,
that-
not do it in the street.
I wish I could be the what the hell, the guy whose office they're in right now. I just like
Wha-
what's going on.
Yeah, so that's why. I'm looking down in the hole or down in the floorboard to look
Uh-huh.
over. Am I seeing like a constant tunnel that goes?
You see, I mean, here the floorboards underneath are not solid by any means. They go into other rooms. I mean, it looks like where the rat was underneath here, it could easily have access to most of the building.
Have you been hearing noises like this, like the scratching noise that was going on at all while you were?
Well, yeah. I mean, there's been problems with rats for weeks now. I mean, occasionally we hear some noise. That god awful smell of it has been persistent.
Yeah. Has that been smelling like that?
At least a week or two.
Press that button.
Okay. He pushes it.
Oh God.
Who pushed it?
The watch commander. The engineer told him to press the button, so he pushes it.
Does anything happen?
No, it clicks.
You were trying to assassinate the watch commander, weren't you?
No, I just don't want to be the one to die.
I understand. You wanted to put it in a bag.
Okay.
Okay. So he gave you a sack.
Yes.
You're trying to put it in. Engineers told the watch commander to push the button. Okay. He pushes the button. Nothing happens other than a click.
We're fine. That can go in the bag with it being clicked.
Are you done bleeding over there?
No, I rolled like 140.
Yeah, you're fine.
No, I'm good. I got it.
You cured your terminal
Got some
cancer.
Got some rat scabs on your face now.
Oh, dude, I probably have scars all over.
I'm probably infected.
So
I'm a doctor. I can handle it. Good lord, people. Stay in your lane.
So
I rubbed horse shit on my face.
let's see. I don't know about.
It's a poultice.
I don't
Trust
know
me.
about the, you're the only one who probably know about critters under the Bretonians, right? Okay.
Other people would.
I probably have some pretty good knowledge.
Some of you have some knowledge of it, but the standard reputation worldwide is they don't exist.
Right.
Now, people in power and influence and everything would have more information on it. They may or may not believe in it, but the general population is that's boogeymen and nonsense.
I wouldn't tell them I don't like them
Are
anyway.
there any engineers marks on this? Like,
Not schizophrenic.
Are there engineering
You get-
marks on the
Are you going to take it back out of the sack?
I'm just gonna take it to the Dwarven Ironbreakers Society.
but they're just gonna break it.
And
We need to know more about it. They're just gonna smash it, right?
not until we figure it out.
Right.
If we're gonna smash it, then we're gonna figure out what it's about.
How does the Iron Breaker work?
Can I do
Aren't they all about iron?
Where are you?
I don't know.
I mean, I trust the abilities of the Ironbreakers. You might also take it to the college. I'm sure they have somebody that would be interested in investigating as well.
Go find a scary fire.
And he's got a glowy stick.
It's not glowy, just the things on the end of it.
Okay, for the record,
Yes, I know what
now,
it is.
now when he stabs people, he gives them
don't
corruption.
get those anywhere near me. I will destroy that
Eventually,
sack.
you're gonna be corrupted.
So it's been
Look, you
weeks,
mutated right as you bled out.
and has it been everywhere in the building or just in this this area?
I don't know. Nobody's complained to me about it.
The smell itself.
Am I small
Yeah.
enough to go down into the hole?
Sure. Yeah, you're a rat catcher.
Can we tie a rope to you? And
Yeah,
get
yeah, absolutely.
you scream on both.
This plan will not fail. It will not go poorly for you, I swear.
I pull out my
There
knife.
was only one.
Okay.
You got 50 feet,
Yeah, we
man.
cleared them all.
Yes.
The dog comes over and sniffs at you, sniffs at the rat, sits back down,
Okay.
waits for instructions whether you want it to go in there and scare out the rats or you want to go in yourself.
It's, yeah, well,
Typically, in this sort of a scenario, you send the dog in to scare out the rats.
yeah, but you said it was a Saint Bernard.
Well, it's a larger dog, a Chihuahua, Saint Bernard, something like that.
I had figured, okay,
Well,
that I had
pounds
upgraded
on
my
it.
dog when I
20
moved from profession to profession.
Yeah.
So, Saint Bernard is cool. with
Per our earlier discussion, it's a larger dog that can help carry things
right,
and so
not
forth.
designed for what you're saying.
Right, a terrier is not going to be very good at that. For carrying stuff.
But a terrier would be fantastic.
Absolutely,
at
they
killing
are
rats.
ratters.
Sounds like we gotta get by 4 dogs.
I'm 100% okay with that. You got money? I can trade them. So I go
We're
down the
dealing
hole.
with cats.
Okay.
And I try
Cats kill the
to.
rats.
Does anybody have a glow stick or anything?
I have
Well,
a can-
I can see in the dark.
Quite literally
I-
has.
Yeah, I have a lipstick. You want it?
No. That thing's
I-
bigger than I am.
I have a
I got
candle.
this.
I have
Well, this
candle.
way cut the tip off.
I have
Just the
candle.
tip.
Jewish.
Have a look.
So, yeah.
That I have candles.
Okay, yeah, I'll take a candle.
Okay.
Okay, you take a candle and your knife, and you start crawling along the floorboards.
Right, I want to try to trace where it came from,
Okay.
is my goal.
You spend a good 15, 20 minutes or so crawling on the floorboards. The rest of the group walking around above you, trying to figure out where you're at. There appears to be a network of openings through all the different areas that a rat of this size or smaller could certainly get through. Pretty much riddling the entire building all around. It basically would have had access everywhere. Here and there you spot little bits of an oily black substance and bits of rat fur here and there. And then, I mean, at several places you spot tunnels that lead out of the building's foundation into other depths unknown.
Okay. Once I figure out that there's exits out of the building like that, I'll just head back.
Okay.
And I'll take my knife and I'll put it in the oil.
Okay. It seems sticky and coats with a knife wherever you put it, sort of like tree sap.
Right.
But it's a thick, oily, black substance and smells horrid.
Is it like what was in the rat?
Yes.
Okay. I just put mechanical rat piss on my blade.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, that'll help the next time I use it for surgery.
Disinfected.
Yeah. So I'll come back out the hole.
Okay.
And well, I don't know. He's an engineer, so.
Sure you do.
Do we?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You've all introduced each other as far as what your functionality
I
is.
just don't know.
Yeah.
He says I'm an engineer.
I forgot about the flavor flip.
Yes. He has the cog of the city, man.
I totally forgot about that. All right.
You just don't know that I'm a.
Up to the pimp. Hey, what's? I found this along with the what is this? What is
Take an
this?
engineering roll.
It's some sort of sticky black fluid. You need a lab to analyze it.
Okay. Well,
You can't just look at it and say, "Oh, this is gold." I guess you could do that, but it wouldn't be real.
You'd be wrong.
Yes.
I suggest we take it
It's a rare type of liquid.
to a lab.
Yeah. Some sort of engineering guild or college or whatever would have the facilities to actually do analysis along those lines. You have the skills, certainly, to do it. You just don't have any tools unless you have some sort of a kit.
I do have an engineer's kit with me.
Okay.
Trade tools.
Okay. Well, then you can do some basic testing, not here in Schutzmann's office because he's still clearing the gunpowder residue from the walls
The hole in the floor.
and the hole in the floor and so forth.
I'm gonna look around for something in his office that I could wipe the substance off onto.
No, well, there's plenty of things, nothing that he would necessarily appreciate.
I don't care about that.
Okay. And then you just grab some paper off the table and start wiping off the knife.
That's expensive.
Okay. And then I hand the paper to him,
Okay.
and then I'll take the candle and try to
Burn it.
burn it off.
Okay. It flares for a moment and then boils away. What's left of
Take
it.
notes.
This is just black tar heroin.
Does it
We're all
burn
high
red,
shit
blue, orange?
Bright yellow.
Red and yellow.
Just see.
Just start seeing.
All right, so the rats, guys, the rats are coming in, or at least this rat
Right
came in
yellow.
using a tunnel network. I don't. It went like all over the place. I don't know where to go. I didn't see any more rats. I did see a bunch of piles of that crap though.
I think Silverbird's green, actually.
Well, I think we should go to the dwarves place.
Sure.
So, like, before all this crazy happened, he started ripping up floorboards.
Oh, and I'll walk over and start trying to push it back. Sorry, I'm sorry.
We had collected the first weeks in advance.
Yes.
The one gold.
So you guys all get one gold. And, I'm not gonna collect the elves. I'll let him get his own, but I'll go ahead and collect the wolf guys.
Okay.
Since I found a spy in your office, can I get a bonus?
No.
I can put it back.
I mean, that was our job to begin with.
To find a rat spy in his office.
He
That
said to
was.
take care of the rats.
That was like
You're not helpful, tall one.
I'm still curious what this thing is. Rats don't look like this.
No, correct.
The rats you've seen don't look like this.
Oh, the rats. I've never seen a rat like this.
Well, maybe you were too short to see it at the time.
I'm
But
closer to the rats than
We
you are.
just dropped your pencil.
That
so-
you are. I applaud you for admitting that. That's awesome.
You're not here. Shut
I
up.
don't care.
You're the farthest.
I heard that. Just, it was like a message that traveled across.
Well, I think we should go to
Just
the.
randomly an elf screams out, "Yay!" Across town.
We should probably go to the dwarf place then.
He pauses and is picking up the locks to say, "A tremor in the force." Yes.
they have what you need to test.
He admitted to being rat-like.
Yes.
Okay. Well, let's go to back to your the awesome stone bed place, or
By there, yeah.
oh, okay. Well, so,
The Dwarven
I
Engineering
was
Guild.
wondering if there was going to be beer nearby, but that's okay.
Okay. Okay.
I'm taking the black tar stuff to the engineering guild, the dwarven engineering guild.
Okay.
So that's where he's going too, right?
Yeah, I mean the Ironbreakers would defer to the Engineers Guild anyways. I mean they can look at it and see if they've seen anything with it,
Okay.
or if they know anything. But otherwise, for analysis, they're going to turn it over to the engineers and the scientists, them smart dwarfs.
Yeah, clearly you're not one of them.
No, he's good in combat at smashing things.
If he can get
Uncultured swine.
It's like to say, I have every single engineering thing except engineering. I have every
Except
other trade.
engineering.
I have every other trade as a dwarf.
That's right. You got to specialize.
You're missing
all right,
out.
I'll go with
So
him.
you guys are going there. It's like 10 o'clock at night, I think, at this point.
I feel like this is an emergency.
I don't really think they
I'm going
care.
Okay.
Don't they like stay awake at night or something?
I would expect.
What
them to watch
don't
now.
dwarves work 24 hours a day?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm a dwarf.
I don't want
makes
They're
sense.
underground.
Makes
It's-
very much sense.
Yeah, they don't see the sun. They never have a need for sleep.
Well, no, that's why they have shifts and stuff. They're
Yes.
underground most
And-
of their life.
and
They
I-
would naturally have people up at some point every single day.
And
Some
I
point.
don't disagree with that from the standpoint of the Ironbreakers and the warrior types.
Okay.
Okay? The engineers don't necessarily.
Well, that's why I'm going to the Ironbreakers.
Okay.
And then we can
So you're
build
going to
from
lead
there.
them to the Ironbreakers
Yeah.
first. Okay. Well,
I just want to state that since we retconned a little bit,
Mhm.
tonight I plan on trying to get into the room with them again.
okay. Okay. So while you guys go track down some Ironbreakers who are working all night, let's go switch over to the other place. You guys were trying to get into whose place? This was the
Missing
the clerk. Carlsbad.
Yes.
Okay. So you wait till after lights out. The landlady, 10 o'clock, tells her bedtime for everybody, basically. Keep it quiet. It doesn't say go to bed, but that's basically house rules. So you wait till a little bit after that when it's all quiet. You get up and you try the lock again. Go ahead and give me another lock pick. All right.
Where does she stay?
She stays on the ground floor. The other guests are on the upper floor.
I don't care about that, yes. I do, but not as much.
Everybody dies.
Yeah, that landlady's scary.
Yeah, I'm going to be figuring that out.
She is. All landladies are scary. Alright, so opening the lock is Dex. Right.
Nice.
154.
154. Okay. Without much difficulty, this time you pick the lock. With a soft click, it opens. And the door swings open beyond it, I assume.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. You guys step quietly into the room,
Shut the door
as
behind
quietly
us.
as you can. Close the door. Okay.
roll pretty stealthy.
Yeah, and I can see in the dark,
Okay.
but I can't read.
Okay.
But I begin searching the room for anything of. I mean, has it been tossed first?
It has not been tossed. It looks like it has been left in a state of disarray. Okay, almost like
He packed what he could and went.
yes. That would be a good interpretation of what you find there. There's no food or anything else like that out, but drawers are left partially open, bags are gone, etc.
What I care about is the only thing that's really going to matter is written word. So, are there candles out that we could light?
There are candles, yes.
Let's get some light going because I don't
Okay.
think light really matters at this point too much.
Okay.
Start looking for things you can read. See if there's anything he left behind that'll give us a clue on why he left.
Do these doors have a crack at the bottom?
The
Yeah.
door to the room?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to do the devil's act of shoving something in front of the crack in order to prevent
Light.
light.
Okay.
Prevent as much light as we can
Okay.
to reach in the hallway.
Okay, you grab a blanket and drop it in front of the door.
I'm going to check for loose floorboards as we're doing this.
Loose
Extra
floorboards?
loose floorboards.
Okay.
Like they would be able to
So
hide-
both of
hide.
you give me blind perception checks.
I'm already clicked on blind, I think. Blind GM. Perception. Did it work?
Yeah.
Okay, ready for the full out advantage.
I'd only shot you with an arrow. I swear, that's all that would happen. If I was there.
Alright.
That's what happens. Man. I always
I
roll
have
forward,
a-
you know, there's like a chance you can shoot.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know
100%.
why that wasn't blind. I'll reroll.
I had a hotkey.
No. Blind GM roll.
Okay. So I think that was blind.
I can't see it.
Okay. So you guys search around. You notice that in one of the side rooms or closet, looks like 2 large trunks were there and have now been moved. There's signs of scraping on the ground and everything. A number of the clothes and everything are gone as well. There's no other information beyond that. It looks like he left fairly hastily, presumably with some with intentions to be gone for some time.
I have to ask about the trunks.
About the what?
The trunks.
No notes, no nothing.
No.
We found no secret compartments.
No. Nothing like that in the room. Looks just like a regular place. Nothing unusual there.
I'm gonna check the window, see if there's signs of broken lock or something.
No, windows are latched from the grime around them. Looks like they haven't been opened in weeks or months.
Got it.
Would there be a means to be able to tell whether or not he used a pigeon to communicate with somebody? Would there be
There's no
anything?
sign of cages or anything like that. Now, if you recall, previously you had his notebook from work, and it had a note in it. There was also indications that he had gone to the Castle Rock coaches.
Yeah, which we already went.
Yeah, you went there and investigated things. And according to his clerk, there was the order for the plague masks that never got delivered from a local business.
Yeah, that's what we need to start investigating those things now. Next.
Agreed.
Actually, there's a local business. I thought it was just some farce outside company that was supposed to be delivering these masks.
It was a company that was supposed to deliver the masks, but according to the clerk, no masks were ever delivered.
But I thought that company, I thought I had asked, and the company was like an outside of the city.
It had a name and an owner that they were.
delivering to the military.
Well, I understand that, but I thought I had asked, hey, is the people who they had ordered them from inside the city? And I thought I was told specifically they were.
Yeah, I thought so too. Yeah.
It was not something he'd go to the suppliers for.
Okay.
If that's the case, then I definitely.
Yeah,
wanna do that.
yeah. This was an address for Piotr Pavel Engelbrecht.
Right.
Was the company in Geldmund, which is in the northern section of town.
Okay. Now, when you had said that earlier, I thought you said specifically it's not within town.
Okay, that may have been a misinterpretation, or I may just not have had it right.
Down right here, and it was like, and I have it marked saying
Not in town.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are
That's
any,
okay.
Are any of these
We're gonna go there tonight.
open drawers, stuff like that, distinctly different in any way they were open? Like, are some of them torn off compared to
Yeah.
I just hit it again.
Nope.
open?
No.
Shit.
Okay.
No visible damage or anything like that.
You check the bed.
Feels like a bump.
Okay.
Or
Like lift up the bed, stuff like. Well, not lift up the bed.
While he's doing
Lift up
this,
the mattress on the bed.
Okay.
I will come to my epiphany
Uh huh.
and say, all right, nothing here. Let's get to this Engelbrecht place. Break in there. I mean,
Pumpernickel.
investigate there
Okay. So you're gonna go there.
tonight.
Okay.
Actually,
Okay. The rest of you get to the dwarven section in the southeastern section of town. You find the Ironbreakers.
Yeah.
They're eager to see their brother in arms. How can we assist you?
I'm just gonna plop down the bag on the desk. We found this in the watch commander's office. Yep.
They open it up.
We man found this. You know.
Man, that smells worse than the halfling.
Yeah.
What? Why do you bring this here? Why don't you throw it in the sewer? It's a rat.
Because he didn't listen to me and didn't go to Engineering's Guild like I told him to. Thinks he's in charge around here.
Show him your staff.
Yeah. I
Because I figured
They're
you guys
functionally
would-
just ignoring them anyway. So
Okay.
Right.
I have my now. I have dwarven respect.
I feel like we would need, you guys would need to
Or
visit
walk
the
around.
wizards.
I do have dwarven
Oh,
respect.
show the dwarves.
Um,
They're like minerals
because I
and
figured
stuff.
you guys would have information about this, and it's a threat to security of the town. You can't have these running around.
okay, well I would agree with you, but this rat looks like weirder than normal. What's all these
Yeah.
gears on it?
Well, I figured you would have some information about that, about the things below.
Never seen them before ourselves. Never had any reports of any rats with gears.
I just told you.
We could summon the runesmiths and the engineers and see if they can come up with something.
Look,
Okay.
engineers.
But
What? I almost said that.
yeah,
Look, he's got the Flavor Flav clock. He can talk to the engineers.
Look at my
His bling.
my bling.
Okay.
okay.
All I can
My
hear is
big
flavor.
So
Hey ladies,
Oh.
my cog?
they summon a couple of engineers who come over, take a look at it. They say, "Well, we'll certainly take a look at it. It's dead. This is how you guys found it?"
No.
After the herbalist put a staff through it.
I showed them this and the staff that I use.
Okay. Well, good shot.
Also,
Um,
the watch commander pressed the button where the hole would be.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
I don't know what it is.
Well, it looks dead. We can dissect it if you want us to.
Who can create something like this?
Just like, well,
No idea. I don't know why anybody would want to.
Right?
Rats are best dead.
Well, it seemed to be. I don't know.
I haven't seen any sort of mutation like this.
yeah, why didn't you find
It was.
click
It
the
seemed
button?
to be staying inside the floorboards like a normal rat. It just wasn't a normal rat when the halfling found it.
Well, it looks like it doesn't have a power source.
What would be a power source for something like this?
Probably a wind-up.
Would it be green and shiny?
I have no idea.
Can I point out the glowing mineral stuff on top?
They're not glowing anymore.
Oh,
Is it still green?
No, it's just like little pieces of crystal embedded in the bottom of the staff.
Okay. Good enough.
okay.
So they look at it and say, okay, that's nice. I don't see anything relevant with that. So, no, whatever it was, it looks like it had some sort of power source in its heart. Without it, it doesn't work.
You've done absorbed all of the evil in those.
Okay. Shh. Let them role play for a moment, just like they did with you. Okay?
Well,
Well, might as well just see how it works then, and then we can try and discover a power source in the meantime for them.
Okay. We'll take it and look at it. Give us till morning.
so the power source you're assuming was in the heart, obviously. So it would.
Yeah, from a quick inspection, it looks like there was some sort of power source activating it or keeping it running, that when he stabbed it through the heart, it got destroyed.
So,
And that dismantled or stopped whatever the mechanism was. Without that, they can't really tell what it does.
so if we find more, try to keep that intact, but that would keep it alive. So
Sure, if you can identify what the power source was.
That's why I just said we're going to go look for a power source,
I mean,
so we can see how it works.
maybe a battery of some sort. I think the wizards might have something.
Battery.
well, let's go see if we can find get the wizards to talk to us.
Sam's Club sells
Yeah,
batteries.
those wizards of heaven, they like to deal with batteries.
Wizards of heaven.
If only we had a wizard.
That's right. So otherwise, give them till morning. They'll do what they can.
Okay.
They're going to dissect and chop it up and do whatever investigation.
We should probably go to bed.
Can you? I don't know. Did you take any notes about this thing so when we go to the wizards we could specifically give them information?
No, I didn't take notes about it. I have a good description.
Okay, cool with me.
Okay.
So, want to go back to your, yeah,
What?
the place with the stone beds and the beer.
Sure.
Okay.
Come morning.
Okay.
I'm gonna choose a more comfortable option. I'm gonna go to a nice inn.
It is a nice inn.
They heat the beds.
They do.
So there's a stone bed.
Yeah.
They put coals underneath.
It's a
and
warm
pillows
stone bed.
It's a comfy bed.
I'd rather not sleep on rocks.
Pillows are rocks.
I'm higher up than rocks. Only dirty dwarves sleep on rocks.
Okay. So you're gonna wander around town around midnight or so, looking for a
that necklace
place.
only gives you so much respect with dwarves when you insult them all the time.
I insulted you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need your respect. But yes, I walk around at midnight to different inns.
Okay. The rest of you are gonna stay at the Dwarven Tavern.
Yeah, are you staying at door driver with the dog?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay. So you guys all bed down, get some sleep for the night, and meanwhile, you guys are heading up north. You track down the address. The streets themselves are fairly quiet this far north, other than the occasional patrol that doesn't really bother you per se. I mean, assuming you guys aren't being suspicious or anything. If you're trying to hide in shadows, then perhaps they'll get interested. But if you're just walking along the street, then they don't seem to really care. As you approach the street, you sense and hear commotion up ahead, and you can smell the smell of burning wood on the air.
I start hustling.
Okay.
Shit, they're burning the evidence.
Okay. As you come around, you see the address. Looks like a fairly modest merchant's office. Currently up in flames. There's a couple of dozen city dwellers throwing buckets of water on it as best they can, and some town guard trying to direct things. Over on the side, there looks like a guy in plain clothes, covered in soot and ash, coughing, being tended to by a couple of the watchmen.
I would run up.
Okay. It looks like the fire is mostly under control at this point, but the building itself is pretty burned down.
Say, Peter. Pavel.
There's no response for anything.
I'm running up anyways.
Peter Pavel.
Yeah. Engelbrecht.
No, he doesn't seem to respond to the name.
All right, but anyway, I run up. Was that everyone? Did everyone make it out?
He says the guy looks up, obviously in shock. Says, "Everyone, there was nobody in there."
I'm gonna keep an eye out for people watching from a distance.
Looks like you were
There's a lot of people watching.
Well, sure, but people
admiring their work.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
Or trying to sneak off.
Okay. Give me another blind perception
looking
roll.
more casual than, hey, wow, oh my God, look what's happening.
Being casual, but not looking like they're being casual.
It's obvious when you do that.
That's right.
That is not the correct skill. That should be a addition of 50, not 94, I believe it would be.
Okay. The guy, according to a couple of the people just talking, you overhear them saying how the building was functionally empty. They're happy that nobody was in there getting injured. If it wasn't for this guy that the watch is talking to, the whole place and the whole block probably would have gone up. He set off the alarm. According to the guy, he just keeps muttering when the watch is talking to him. Flames. The flames, they were dancing. I saw them. The flames were dancing, and they were grinning. And he just keeps repeating that for a few minutes before the watch finally
I say that
has
damn
enough of
wizard. That's what I say. I think I know who's behind this.
You do?
Well, it's got to be a wizard. I know a particularly evil one.
Okay. Town watch takes interest.
He's over in Altdorf, isn't he?
I don't know, but I do see the whole time.
A wizard? Which wizard would this be?
I believe his name was Erdem.
Yeah.
Erdem.
Yeah, he was here during the festivals and everything. I'm sure you had to have heard of him.
One of them said, "Yeah, I think I heard of a name of Erdem. He was being talked about." You saying he did this?
No, but I'm saying he had the ability to.
That doesn't mean anything.
Well, there's gotta be very few people that could have the ability to make flames dance.
You just described like half of the people that study lore fire.
All fire dances, man. It's called an adjective.
He's an
Okay.
man's in-
So where would this Erdem be? At the college?
Well, he could be because he was a master wizard, or whatever, wizard lord, or whatever that was. Seedy, human, very evil.
And might I add
What a
nobility?
dick.
What?
Might I add nobility?
He was not nobility. He wasn't.
Compared to the rest of us.
No.
The last we saw of
Well,
him, he
technically,
was
yeah.
in Altdorf.
Towards the end.
He's-
Well, then how could he have done this?
I didn't.
It's been
he was
6
here.
months. It's been 6 months.
It's been 6 months?
It has not. How long has it been since the festival?
1 month?
It's been a month.
Since we last saw him.
Okay.
Last I heard, he
So
was
how do you know this wizard is the culprit?
What I'm saying is that I've seen him do crazy things with fire. So I turn back to the guy and I go, right. So you saw things grinning and dancing, supposedly, right?
Yeah, the
How
flames,
did
they were grinning.
How did you get the people here to fight this fire?
I yelled fire.
How are you covered in soot?
I was fighting the fire. I was inside the building.
Why were you inside the building?
They had gold.
So I look at the guards. I go, damn it! I go, and here now all of my ideas of trying to get the correct person at blame come crashing down. I point at this guy and go, now you're just admitting to be a thief.
I didn't take anything.
How was this fire lit? Did you
After the lack of
witness how
effort.
the fire started?
Well, no, I didn't see anybody here. There's never anybody here. Just the soldier that comes every week. He brings boxes, big strong boxes, obviously filled with gold. It's the kind you always put the treasure in.
Where does he bring them?
What soldier?
City guard, nervous bloke guy.
Nervous bloke guy?
Yeah, nervous bloke.
All right.
He shows up once a week, drops some boxes here. I figured, hey, nobody's ever here. They wouldn't be missing some gold. When I got here, I just wanted to get the gold. Couldn't get into the place. Next thing I know, the whole thing was burning. Some serious-looking guy came running out of there, smelled of pipe tobacco. Took a bunch of papers, took the gold. Next thing I know, the place is burning.
Which way did he go?
Don't know. Rode off in a chair. One of those coaches had a silver wolf on the side. Couple of soldiers were riding with him. Big red shield patches.
Red shields. Can I get a description of them?
Can I get a
Do you
what
have
block?
description of them?
Well,
Any nature
sure.
of them?
He gives you a couple of fairly generic descriptions of the soldiers.
Okay.
Do we understand what the red shield and silver wolf mean?
The coach had a silver wolf emblem on it, and the soldiers had red shields as emblems.
I believe that was one of the coach ones. Red shield. I'll have to look into that.
Okay. The town watch, having listened to all this, inform you that they'll be sending investigators to look up this Erdem fellow to see what involvement he may or may not have had in this.
Good idea.
And they otherwise take this guy in custody.
A good place to start. He owns a laboratory in Altdorf, amidst the college.
That's not a good
Okay.
place to start. A good place to start is here.
As soon
The
as
college
they leave,
here.
we incriminate them.
Okay.
But the
I can try.
this gentleman here,
You
I apologize to you. You obviously sturdy and well, good guards that you are. I need to talk to this gentleman. Please.
And who are you?
Well, you don't. Why does nobody recognize me? This is ridiculous.
Because they're always in the shadows.
I stand up, I throw the hood back,
Okay.
pull out the bow, and I say I'm the one that challenged the hunter to a archery challenge.
One of the guards says, "Weren't you the one that lost?"
Oh, fantastic!
You know, and it does not shame me to say that I lost to the greatest hunter that this realm has known. But if anybody can properly tell the story of that challenge, I beat him, then allowed him an opportunity to win the bow back.
That's not what I heard.
Well, obviously you heard wrong. Ask the he's not a king. What is he? What is the
Graph.
Ask the graph. He will tell
That's
you.
the giraffe.
He will tell you the truth of the challenge.
Okay, well, we'll do that next time we have dinner with the graph.
Well, I've had dinner with you twice, so I need time with this man. Please, see these people are obviously in panic.
They stand there and hold for a minute so you can ask a couple of questions. No, they're not leaving the prisoner with you.
Leave the prisoner with
No.
He doesn't need fingernails.
I stand up and look at him and say, "Sir, calm yourself and stay seated. I want to talk to the guards for a minute." And I'm going to try to talk the guards into leaving me with this gentleman.
Okay.
By literally just...
You'll assist them with that?
He's
In
trying
what
to do
way?
fellowship assistance, but I don't need it. I don't want it. I'm going to say, listen...
I'm not trying to do fellowship assistance.
Okay, I know what you're going to do, and I don't want that.
Okay.
Everybody
So,
always assists
before
me
he
the
tells me
wrong
what he
way.
says he's going to do, what are you specifically going to do to assist this plan?
I'm just going to provide the point that I am a respected and blessed member of the Church of...
Right, and these are beat cops who don't know anything about any of all that. They see what you have in front of you, and you're an elf, and you're a human, and you're talking a good story, which...
Giant Northlander, giant battle axe.
Okay, they're all Mindenheimers, they're all big. They're all Northmen.
All
So,
I care about is I'm going to say, listen, I believe this gentleman knows more than what he's saying. He's obviously a thief.
No.
And I believe I can get more information out of him if you're not near.
All right.
okay.
Please.
Well, what information are you looking to get from him?
I want this.
If it's a confession, we're gonna have to make it official.
We can make it official after I'm done. Please trust me.
Okay, give me a charm roll.
Give me a huge failure roll. Is this? I'm not pulling out the ace in the hole with these grunts. Ooh, 122.
Okay.
85.
Okay.
All right.
Elf did something for once.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta watch this.
Just that.
Tell you what. You stay here. Don't go anywhere. We'll give you 5 minutes. You get us a confession. We'll be right over here.
Confession. That's not what I'm looking for.
Well, that's what they're looking for.
I know.
So they step away 10, 15 yards or so, leaving you otherwise alone.
And I go back to the guy and say, listen,
Okay?
I've talked him into leaving us so we can discuss things. I'm going to try to use my etiquette criminal
Okay?
so that he knows I'm on the sub-level with him.
Okay?
I'm also a piece of shit.
And I want to say, listen, I
I think he's figured that part out already.
We're gonna obviously still see if this building has value to us,
Okay?
and I guarantee that you'll get your cut. What I need to know is that shady gentleman. Did you recognize that person
The shady gentleman
that ran out?
that ran out?
I need better descriptions than shady gentleman. I know you're trying to protect yourself because you know.
No, he was serious. He had a very serious look to him.
Yeah, but
Smelled of tobacco like crazy.
did he have like weapons on him? Garb?
No.
What was his garb like?
No, fine dressed.
Fine dressed.
Yeah.
Such scum. Don't you hate those people? Other than when you're robbing them, I mean, it's the only time they're any good.
Yeah.
Obviously, yeah. So they didn't pay you to start the fire.
No, the fire was burning before I could get in.
See, that sucks.
Yeah.
Arson's good money. You know that, right?
Might I?
Not really my thing.
Not mine either, but it's good.
Just telling you.
Silver Wolf Head. You saw which way they went.
Oh, we headed east.
They had to talk to each other. What did you hear?
The guy came out, jumped in the coach, and said, "Let's go."
You didn't hear names?
Didn't have any names, didn't have anything like that.
Well, might I provide you a bit of some help? They will look for a confession, and they will get a confession. And they will not like your answer. Find some story.
You get your thieves' picks with you?
No.
You don't have your picks with you?
Well, no. Why do I need picks?
They're gonna shackle you.
Well, okay. Aren't you guys going to let me go?
We will let you
We're
go.
not cops. We're not these people.
Well, no, but they're distracted.
Okay.
I could run now,
Well,
and you guys could hold them off.
Tell you what. We're gonna talk to the. We're gonna tell the guards that you're ready to give your statement officially. I'm not restraining you.
And then I'll take off.
Might I suggest your statement be that you accidentally lit the fire while looting?
Okay. So you're talking to him. He sort of looks at you, seems a little distracted. Then he stands up, takes 2 or 3 steps back, and then turns and bolts off down the street.
You're whispering.
You look over your shoulder. The elf is not there. Meanwhile, the guards turn around, start blowing their whistle. Okay. How fast are you with all your armor?
Normal human speed.
What armor are you wearing?
I am wearing leather.
Okay. So you're going to take off down into the dark after him?
Yep.
Okay.
And I am...
Okay. So the guards turn, they blow the whistle. They see the would-be thief run off, followed by one of the people who convinced him to let him talk to them, while you're standing back with the guards, apparently looking surprised. Oh my God, how did that happen?
I left them alone for 2 seconds.
The guards blow the whistles and call out, "They're both escaping! They must be working together! After them!"
You were such a prick.
That's what my wizard would have done also.
Okay, at this point, the guards are starting to fan out, chasing both of you, thinking that you're both in it together. Okay. Go ahead and give me an endurance roll.
Endurance, huh?
He's got that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So does he, apparently.
Roll?
Sure. Yeah. This guy seems to be fleeing as if his life depends on it.
I got it.
Like the wind beneath his feet as he takes off down the streets.
That would be a 147, I believe.
Okay. Which is an impressive roll.
But not enough.
Not as impressive as a 200 and something.
Fuck!
With a open-ended 100.
Oh my God.
So he takes off down the street. You're able to follow him because you keep pace with him. You have distance. But he just, over time, between knowing the streets, knowing the alleyways and everything else, manages to get some distance and functionally just out endurances you. Okay?
Aggravating.
Eventually, you stop panting in the dark as he continues going. Like I said, something fear motivating him along, and disappears into the night. In the distance, you can hear the whistles of the guards following along. They're nowhere close to either of you as far as speed, but you do know they have a very good description of you, having declared that you're a wolfkin and so forth.
With that, I'm going to walk back.
Okay.
I don't fear any of these guards.
Okay.
He's righteous.
Yes.
I'm righteous, and I'm very, very powerful.
I would have kept pace with the guards. Like, I don't know what happened, guys. You know, he was there. He was going to watch the guy. The guy took off. I'm going to try to convince his innocence as we're moving.
Okay, yeah, they're not interested in talking about that at this point.
That's fine.
Their plan is to take him in for questioning, arrest him, etc. So, okay. So a couple minutes later, you come around the corner. You see several guards, accompanied by the elf. They immediately call out for you to halt, drop to the ground, and drop your weapons.
Gary, I
And
tried
they're-
to tell him that
they're-
you were trying to catch the guy.
They're approaching with swords and shields drawn.
Yeah, I'm gonna draw my axe, slam it
Oh.
into the ground, and drop down.
Okay, so you're going to surrender?
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
I draw my axe and I.
Surrender.
I tell the guards, I say, see?
Okay.
You did great, man. I just none of us expected that.
Yeah, I draw my axe and I charge or
Say-
surrender.
How in the hell did you let that dude outrun you?
Okay.
Okay, in all fairness, me chasing him is probably what scared him.
That's true. That's a fair point.
So they come up, relieve you of weapons and arrest you, quickly shackling you and then haul you off to the town prison.
Keep watching.
They seem to not be caring about you
Okay.
and ignoring you.
I'm like, ah, shit.
However, if they look like at this point they're not interested in any games. If you wish to continue pestering them, then they'll throw you in the lockup as well. Or you can disappear into the night and leave the scene.
As
Is
I
there a
walk by,
benefit from going in the lockup?
As I walk by, I'm gonna just gonna keep track of my
I
weapon.
think you get prison food.
No, they're taking your weapons.
Man, I asked them.
No, they're taking all of his
holy
stuff.
relic.
It doesn't matter. They're taking all his stuff. They don't know you from anybody.
I know that.
And like I said, they offer
Upsets me.
they offer you an invitation to the lockup as well.
No.
That weapon at best we keep safe.
It'll go into the system, as you will. I'm sure justice will be done.
This medieval town has a very robust.
I go back.
Right.
I don't understand.
They just add the two-handed axe to the rest of the two-handed axes.
Right.
And
Toss
then they just give him one of the
Toss it
axes
in the
on
pile.
wall.
It's an axe. What's the difference?
Yeah.
I-
Magic.
You want to go with them or not, or you want to go elsewhere?
I'm not letting my bow. I'm like, damn, no, sorry, dude.
Bow or stay with them? Bow. Bow. Okay. So you're hauled off to the lockup. You disappear. Go where?
Jesus, I want to figure out what this silver wolf.
Okay, you're not going to be able to find anything on that tonight. At least not if you have to talk to people.
Then I'm gonna go wake up the watch commander.
Schutzman?
Yep.
Okay.
Are you
So
gonna
you-
sneak into his bedroom and come up that way? Like,
Good luck with that. Okay. So, meanwhile, you guys had turned.
I don't do that either because
Okay.
I don't. He specifically said he doesn't want people knowing we're working with him,
Hmm.
so I don't go to him at all.
It's almost like there's a reason I didn't pull out the insignia.
I want to wait. Well, I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna wait to see if is there like a bail or something like that where you can bail people out.
Sure. After processing, probably sometime tomorrow evening.
Then I wait.
Come on. I'm rich.
I'm rich, bitch.
You're not rich anymore. That's the problem with getting captured
It's evidence and donation.
in donations. I don't know how many times that's happened to me in games.
Asset forfeiture.
Right? Is all your money on you? Yes.
Did you get a receipt?
Yeah. The money's not listed.
Nope. Okay. Meanwhile, the rest of you had turned over the rat to the dwarves and found lodging at the tavern, except for Carter. You opt to go wandering the streets. Where are you looking for set in?
Where am I looking for the inn? Well,
I have to find him to do that.
Don't have to tell me specific regions. Tell me, are you looking for a low price room, a high priced room,
I'm looking for
a
the-
moderate room?
what is the drowned rat we've been staying at?
No, not
The drowned rat?
I think you could go there.
You could.
Templars are.
The group has spent a lot of time at the drowned rat.
The Templar's Arms.
For some reason, nobody wants you to go there.
The Templar's Arms.
Okay. So you head over to the Templar's Arms. Place is locked up for the night.
Okay. Well, I'll knock on the door.
Okay. There's no response.
Oh, okay.
Make the door.
Well, they're not very responsive, are they?
Well, no, it's the middle of the night.
You know
Well,
a
it's a
place.
tavern,
You know a
isn't
place
it?
that's open after midnight.
Yeah.
You do.
Thieves Guild.
No,
And
you
warm.
know a specific like bar-esque type place.
Yeah.
Oh, that one.
There is nightlife, so to say, in the city.
I'll go to it then.
Redwood Tavern.
Oh, okay. That's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah, not the.
not
Not
that.
anyway.
Not that.
I'll go to the nightlife one then.
Which one?
The Reverend Tavern.
Red Moon.
Red Moon.
Oh yes, he's going
Okay.
to the church.
So, again, I'm going to ask you, please don't give promptings. Everybody knows the information.
Yep.
Okay?
Sorry.
So, you head to the Red Moon Tavern,
Mm-hmm.
which is definitely active after midnight. There's quite a few people there. It is a bar, not a place of residence.
That's
Okay.
fine.
So, you go in,
Mm-hmm.
plenty of people around. What would you like to do?
Well, I'm just gonna have a good night then. I'm just gonna
You're just going to fall asleep at a table?
sure get drunk and fall asleep at a table.
Okay. So, you.
Before I do that though, I'm not gonna get drunk. You know what? I'm just gonna go sit in a corner and read my book
Okay.
all night.
Okay.
Night study session.
Okay, so they charge you 3 brass for food and drinks.
Yep.
You listen to the music and the patrons, read your book for a bit. For the most part, I mean, every now and then a waitress comes over and offers you food or drink or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, they pretty much ignore you until about 3 a.m. when the place is pretty much empty. And then the bouncer finally wanders over to your table and says, "Hey, last call was 30 minutes ago. Time to go."
Okay. I'll leave.
Okay.
Is the other tavern open now?
3 a.m. Is the hotel open? No. There's pretty much nothing open at this point.
Is
I
he
mean,
aware
hotels-
of where? I know he was not present for the game sessions.
Uh-huh.
The group knows where he and I were staying because we told them the address and everything.
Correct.
Does he know?
Yeah, he would know as far as that bed and breakfast where you guys were staying. Certainly.
Well, hotels have people there all night, so people can come in at any hour of the day, don't they? Like if I walk into
Today, yes. Not when people are walking the streets with knives and swords and guns.
It's a different atmosphere.
I mean, you're walking around in the middle of the night where nobody other than those causing trouble are active.
keep getting our games confused because in the Viking campaign, everybody's awake at nighttime.
Okay.
Like you get more stuff done at nighttime.
Oh.
That might be a difference between old man and young GM.
Yes.
Yeah.
We see the world in a completely different light.
College age, yes, you get a lot of things done at night.
And we're like,
Yeah.
10 o'clock too.
Real life. Real life, most people are sleeping.
There are 4 adults here who want to be in bed right now.
Would I know if that bed and breakfast is open? That I
No,
know
it's
about?
not.
Okay.
Any normal business is not going to be open at this time of night.
Okay, well, dwarves aren't a normal business, so I'll just go back to the Cole's place, and I'll take a few drinks with me for the dwarves.
Yeah, I could go
Think
that
Detroit.
way. You talking about where we're staying? Is that when we say
Yes.
Coles? The Coles under the bed.
Okay,
I get it.
okay.
I took me a minute. I connected the dots. 'cause
I'm
we
just
have
gonna
the
bring
same
it-
brain.
I'm
Okay,
gonna get like a keg of alcohol to give to the dwarves.
okay. You wander back to the dwarf's place. Yeah, they're still active as much as dwarfs would be at night. They're amused by your keg of beer, but they drink it. They're fine with that. But they're amused by this human stuff. And otherwise, you're just going to get what sleep you can there on the stone pillows.
I
He breaks out the sleeping roll. And it happens to be from
A Chilean sleeping
Chilean
roll. I wonder where he got that from.
I mean, I do have a sleeping roll, but
Is it Chilean?
it isn't Chilean. At least I don't have Chilean written down.
Mystery solved.
The idea is that I just sleep on the stone, but
Yes.
then I just
Sure.
bag up the entire sleeping roll and then use it as a pillow.
So he doesn't have a stone pillow. Okay.
Comfort
You
in
could.
silence.
You could have a sleeping roll on top of the stone pillow while you sleep on the rock.
Mhm.
Sure.
There we
That's
go.
fine. Okay. So, in the morning, what would you guys like to do?
Breakfast.
You haven't gotten much sleep. The rest of you get some hearty, earthy meal for breakfast, and then what would you guys wish to do for morning, for the day?
Has anything changed on my stats? Are the rocks like glowing again or something?
No.
Okay.
your eyes.
Whatever.
The college.
Do we want to go see what they found out?
There is a slight itch
first?
on your
They had
center
some
left
shots
side.
They said they'd have it figured out in the morning,
Yep.
and then we can take the remains to the college.
There's an itch on on your side, on the center,
I thought we were going
and
to
you
find
had
a
strange dreams at night. Other than that, everything's normal.
We can. We just need. to
That's
find
normal.
enough
They're
power.
dissecting the rat.
Sure.
Well,
We're gonna bring a dissected rat to the college.
Well,
I can assure you of that.
what's left, and take it so they can investigate.
They're doing their investigation predominantly this morning. They'll have results by around
Oh, I
noon.
thought you said they'd have results in the morning, so that's why.
Well, no, they went back to bed.
Oh.
So
So
I was like, we go there and ask for a battery.
and you've
if
got the
they have-
liquid and stuff, right?
I do have the black tar
Okay.
heroin.
Well, let's go there and check out the. I mean, if you can find somebody at the Wizard College to talk to you, nobody ever talks to me at the Wizard College. Like
Okay.
they don't even let me in.
So, Matt, what are you doing in the morning? I think they're heading to the college.
I'm not going there.
You're not going to college? Okay, so some of them are going to college. Your companion is otherwise gone.
Alright, I would have tried to go to the dwarven place where they stayed the previous times.
Sure, okay. You find him at first thing in the morning. You can
Let them
coordinate.
know that the plague mask location is a dead end. Somebody burned it to the ground. There was a person leaving the building with documents and chests in a coach that had a silver wolf head on it. And the guards had a red shield as an emblem, right?
That's
Does anybody, does that make sense to anybody?
that's.
Could I make a lore Middenheim check? See if
Sure.
I can identify the red shield.
Sure.
I'm not from Mindenheim. I don't know shit about this
I was
place.
born here.
Lord Dwarf, by any chance?
Lord Dwarf, no.
That's
That doesn't help you.
110.
110?
Scroll out.
Okay.
Oh, exactly an 8.
Mm,
An arrow.
One's got 2 words.
110. You don't know anything about the shield. You don't recognize that symbol.
How about the wolf?
The wolf?
The silver wolf. Do I
Um,
recognize that coaching guild?
that is. Let's see. That is the Castle Rock coaches.
Okay,
Where are you planning on going to investigate this stuff?
Well, this coach left last night. If I would have known, I was at Castle Rock. So I didn't recognize that silver wolf.
Sure.
Because I would have went straight there.
They wouldn't have had it. I mean, their offices wouldn't have been open in the middle of the night anyway. Well, okay.
Hey, I don't even
You were otherwise distracted and concerned about your fellow.
True.
You want the coaching guild?
Yeah, well, I was there yesterday. We definitely need to go there this morning. See who would have rented that coach. Whoever it was had wealth, obviously. The red shield, though, it didn't match anything at the bottom of this map, did it?
No.
Because I would have seen those during the festival.
Yeah, those would be well known ones.
I go to the Dwarven Innkeep.
Okay.
Hey, you know where I can hire some cars that might be with an emblem of a red shield? Or what guards might have a red shield emblem?
Red shield doesn't really match any of the dwarven units I know of.
They were stinking humans.
I wouldn't know much about them. They're not really worth my time.
Mine either.
The tunnel fighters, those are the guys you want to hire.
I agree. They make good fodder.
Yep. Well, don't know about that.
They stand in front of me. They take the hits. I like that.
They protect your life for the most part.
I fire arrows over their heads.
What does it?
In the back of their heads.
Why don't we go to like the local
Try
bar
bounces off.
or mercenary?
We need to find out where these are. So, first, I would like to go to the coach
Yes,
castle, whatever it's called.
Castle Rock
Castle
coaches?
Yep.
Okay.
Does anybody else want to go with me?
I'll go with you.
I would
Rather
like
than
to go
going to
with
the college.
Oh, by the way, our illustrious wolf guy that got arrested last night.
Man, that's a shame.
We'll have to go get him out of jail at some point.
What did you do?
Tried to catch a thief.
That's illegal in these parts.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like
I'm telling you, the logic of
What is this,
humans.
New York?
I was gonna make a joke. Oh, the plight of modern day politics.
Yeah, the logic of humans knows no bounds. I can tell you that.
On the way there, do you think I could buy something real quick?
It's up to you. I don't care.
Okay.
No, you may not buy it.
Can you keep up?
Yeah, I'm
And just this
it's faster.
Of course.
Plod. Oh my God. I feel like that stupid little, what is that thing? The little Jack Russell that goes around the pit bull.
Then stands behind him when there's a fight.
I didn't want to do that.
Okay, so you guys are going to the Castle Rock coaches, and the three of you are going to do what?
are you going to Wizard College? Or
No.
You're going to the college.
Yeah, the two of us are going to the college.
What are you doing?
Going with them to spring him.
We're not
We're not-
springing
We're not
him.
bringing him.
Yet.
Why not?
I don't think we're going to be able to yet. They were still probably not going to even start processing until this morning.
I'm fairly certain.
And they told me that I couldn't even think about getting them
I
out
could
to
just break the
processing.
wall on myself and just leave.
I tried to talk. They wouldn't even listen. These guys, they're humans.
You don't strike me as a man who follows the rules unless it's worse. Why don't we go try first?
You know, I want to make sure we get some fresh intel on the carriage first. He's probably sleeping. Come on.
Are the two of you going to wait until after the results of the rat come back, or are you guys going this morning?
I'll go for him if that's what you want to do. I'll tell the guards to let him out.
Let's go try. I mean,
Okay.
what could it hurt?
I mean,
Okay,
we're not
so
elves,
me
so
and Matt will
we'll probably
go
do a
to
lot
the-
better.
Maybe.
Matt,
At least we won't
you
always
and me
be
will go
talking
to the guild by
down to
yourself.
people. Ha! 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 Get it? Because you're so tall?
So, are the two of you going to the college? You waiting for the results of the rat, or are you going this morning?
No, we were just going to go
More
this
than
morning,
twice my
right? Because he already has the,
6'7" will do that to you.
and we're looking for what kind,
Like you're just a
what they need to make a
25.
battery.
Okay.
Whatever a battery is that he told me about.
Okay. So you guys head over to the college. You're introduced to some of the low-level clerks. They say, "Yes. How can the college assist you today?"
Is there any way we could get in contact with some of your heaven wizards?
Well, I'm sorry. Our scholars of heaven are very busy. Is one of you a member?
No, we have a friend who's a member though.
Is your friend available to speak to us?
Is Erdem available?
Are you asking me?
Yes, he's a wizard inside.
Yeah.
No. Master Erdem isn't here. He left town several weeks ago.
Ah.
I knew that. That's why I threw his name on it.
Matter of fact, you're the second ones that were asking about Master Erdem. Is there some trouble he's involved in?
Not that I'm aware of, but
Oh. Okay.
anyways,
Torture it over until we get that.
we found
There were some city guards looking for him this morning.
well, doesn't surprise me. He was quite the troublemaker.
Well, something about arson. It brings a bad name to the wizards. So unless you have a official representative of the college, I'm afraid we can only give you minimal assistance.
Over the shoulder or book bag.
Okay.
Yeah, I know, but his name I can't even
If I were to bring like an official from the dwarven
Sean did say
engineers, I know they're not a wizard college person, but basically, I mean,
No, that doesn't seem to impress him at all.
I know
Can
that.
I tell you of our predicament? I mean, of exactly what it is that we're trying to get, and why the heavens wizard.
So basically, we found this like mechanical rat type thing that seemed to be sourced by some sort of magic, and we're having the engineering guild take a look at it because we're not entirely sure what it is, and we refer to the heaven wizards because there's a possibility they know of the sort of battery that would power it, and we're not looking to like bring it back.
Seems like half of what you're saying is already over his head.
Okay.
That That's very interesting. It sounds certainly like some of the masters would be very interested in such information, but unfortunately, without an official member, I can't grant you access to the college.
Rat, would you be able to take it to them?
I'm sorry, the wizards are very busy with official business. If the dwarven engineers are investigating, I trust their knowledge of mechanical devices. Certainly, they'd be able to provide any information they could.
Well, I know that's what I said.
And
I
you
do
know,
not know why.
in case you weren't aware,
Remember?
and I show on the inside, it was just him. We have these badges
No, I am.
that allow us to do investigations.
Right.
I just don't.
If we want to use that, that would be more.
I haven't been here.
When you guys originally signed up with Schutzman, he gave you a badge of office for the commission into, forget what it was, the strange and unusual events. Basically, it was a down low commission that the Graph formed to investigate these sort of things, or at least that Schutzman did, based on the events of the previous chapter and the presence of the Purple Hand in the city. They gave each of you a badge, which, if necessary, you can use to just show some sense of authority. However, he cautioned you, the more you use it, the more anybody who's trying to work against the city or the Graph is going to be aware. He doesn't know who to trust, how far the Purple Hand has gone. So he cautions you not to reveal that unless it's absolutely necessary. That's what Andy's referring to.
And we've done it. We've revealed it once to one person so far.
I don't know who
so
he is.
Technically, it's been revealed twice now.
As far as I know, it's
But
I did it.
oh yeah.
So if we want to use it, do you think we
No.
have enough now, or do you want
No.
to investigate something else and try?
I said we go get the rat first, then bring it back.
We'll find out what the engineers found first.
Right.
Okay, that's a good idea.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, functionally, without a licensed wizard, their information is secret and confidential. They're not going to share it. They might take whatever samples you have and pass it to people who know, but that doesn't mean they're going to give you any results.
Right.
The engineers, you have direct access into.
I can go test this black.
They're going to put it in a big warehouse. Top men will research it.
I'll go test this black goo as well while we're there.
With the engineer. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So,
Okay, so you guys head back to the dwarfs?
Yeah, I'll just go
Okay.
along with him.
So, meanwhile, the other four of you were heading to the Castle Rock coaches. Okay.
I think that and me ended
Oh,
up
we changed?
splitting off to rescue the fanatic.
Okay, so the two of you,
Fanatic.
after a short distance, decide you can't keep up with the other two, so you drop behind and then head off on your own. Okay.
Shit.
There went your muscle.
Yeah, I am not staying. I'm sorry. I've had enough bad experiences with wizards. And I don't know
wizards?
What the hell you are?
He's an herbalist.
Yeah,
You're seedy as hell. Look at you. I don't like you.
Herbalist.
Herbalist.
Herbalists have. Yeah, he has seeds everywhere.
I actually do. I even have a book with potions I can make.
Yeah.
Herbs I get.
I don't trust you to be able to stop an oncoming onslaught of swords. I trust him. So, I'm going to stay with the boy.
Okay, so you see them deciding to go somewhere else, and you change your plans.
Yeah, and I'm going with the dwarf.
Okay, are you going to stick with him, or are you going to go to the coach?
I'm an elf attractor now. It's terrible.
It is.
Yes, it's like
I know that I can outrun you, and you will stop playing.
it's like a negative magnet.
I know.
That's just like rumble armor.
No,
I gotta
you'll
start,
be hiding
You
behind
gotta
me.
reverse that polarity.
I gotta start like burning
What's
wood around
the,
it, like to like get him away.
What's the skill that we use to be diplomatic? Like we did.
To get info would be either charm or diplomacy or gossip, depending on the situation.
There is no diplomacy.
Okay, so
charm or gossip.
charm or gossip, typically.
Or bribery.
Man, I suck.
Bribery might work,
Me
but
too. Well, yeah, bribery is like an advanced skill. Isn't it?
so
It's basically
the elf has demonstrated his willingness to only go places potentially threat-filled with the dwarf,
Yep.
which leads him away from the Black Rock or from the Castle Rock coaches.
Yep.
Do you want to stay with them, or do you want to go to the coaches on your own? Okay, dwarf is now in charge.
Like, what are the chances I can get away from swords with him with me? No.
It's got to be faster.
Well, I am faster. Yeah, that's true.
Just
you
remember.
are true. If there's swords thrown, you could get away because I'm not going anywhere.
If swords are drawn, the first action is shoot him in the leg,
That's
then
right.
run.
You underestimate my potion.
Can you make your leg regrow?
What is that?
Okay.
No, I can't see stuff.
Anyways,
I'm not
so
Really fast.
you guys start heading towards the Castle Rock coaches, and then realize the dwarf is actually leading you to the town watch.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
Damn it.
Every time you like get a little bit ahead, you realize, wait a minute, he turned left instead of right. You get back up. Okay.
Do you have a
So
closed helmet or an open helmet?
Closed.
Like hard closed, it doesn't have a visor?
Yeah, it's
a full helm.
It's a full helm, yeah.
Oh, good lord.
It covers the
Block
beard.
of metal
It
one.
covers the beard also, so there's
scales.
scales.
Can't take a risk of his hair getting cut.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
Anyways, you guys arrive at the watch house, maybe around 11 a.m. It's taking a while to get here with the dwarf. What do you guys want to do?
Wasted so much time. Yes, hey, we're here to collect Gowry. He should be free by now.
The deputy at the desk says, Gowry. Got a last name?
No. Wolf. He's a wolf pack member.
Gowry Wolfpack?
No, he's Gowry. I don't know. You'll recognize.
How many Gowries are there?
Yeah, you'll know he was brought in with a huge axe, and he's got a wolf skull on his. You'll know him.
Oh, the crazy one?
Yes.
Oh, he left 2 hours ago.
Shit.
Now we know.
We were only halfway across town.
So choking you out.
Now we can go to the coach again. Problem solved.
Yeah,
meet you there.
Captain said something about special dispensation, charges dropped, etc. So the watch commander Schutzman was here. He was all livid and everything, yelling at people left and right. So we let him go this morning.
I tried to tell. You know what? Get the word out. An elf even tried to tell those two idiot guards.
Well, the word's out at this point.
I mean, they wouldn't even.
Whole town watch knows about this.
Oh, that's fantastic. Poor Gowry. I didn't know he was some sort of what'd you call it again?
Special dispensation. Something like that. They just kept saying he's special.
Well, I mean, you see how many scars are on his head? Yeah,
So-
I mean,
We'll get the word out too.
Okay.
To, others.
Okay.
So you guys
we all
start your
quietly put our
way
medals away.
to where we're going.
So you guys started to head back across town to the
I'm
Castle
over
Rock?
twice as fast as him.
Okay.
I'm gonna go back
It's
to
about
the.
lunchtime, guys.
I agree. That's a good plan.
We must stop for beer.
To my
Beer and sausages, let's do it.
to where we stay to see if he's there.
Okay.
If he's trying to sleep, he's getting woke up.
Okay. So you head back over there. Yeah, by the time you get there, he's just getting there. You were tossed into the clink overnight. Didn't sleep with all the others that were in there, making plenty of noise and otherwise causing problems. Early in the morning, they started processing you, at which point, after about 30 minutes, Watch Commander Schutzman came walking in, yelling at everybody, made a big stink and everything, personally paid the fine to have you released, cleared all the charges from your name, and had the clerk clear the records of it, and then spent the last 2 hours berating you in his office for making a big stink when he specifically directed everybody to keep a low profile. Getting arrested by the town watch is not the way to do that. Therefore, he's not paying you guys next week. He's expecting the same job.
Keep a low profile here. Here's a medal.
But eventually, he lets you go because he's not going to hold you back. Other than that, so
What was the fee paid?
he paid a 3 gold fine
Jesus.
to make it. Well, the fine was only like 20 silver or so. He paid a couple of extra gold to make things go away and be forgotten about as best he could. He's concerned it's going to have the opposite effect because more people are going to talk about it, but he can't control that anymore at this point.
Might I pay you back for that?
Oh yeah, you will be. We'll take it out of your pay. Okay. So in the meantime, get back to work. Keep a low profile. Don't be going and getting yourselves arrested. If if it comes down to that, then you're off the track. Okay, get some information, figure out where these purple hands are. At this point, I'd be surprised they don't know who half of you guys are. Your ability to investigate is dependent on you being secret and being quiet, and them not knowing I have this crack team, we'll say, trying to investigate.
Well, at least
And I'll warn you, some of the fellows that you have, this is their best chance in life. If you screw it up for them, it ends multiple careers and lives.
got it.
Okay? Well, that's why I'm impressing it on everybody. It's the way Schutzman is laying this out is, you guys individually you might be arrested or whatever, but a failure at this mission potentially will mean much further ramifications for family, friends, and other associates beyond just the fact that oops, we got arrested, things like that. So he considers it a very dire situation because he has direct evidence of a chaos cult operating within the city, and from his wording, you guys are clowning about it, not really accomplishing much, getting arrested. So
one of our
as is
one of our big leads burned down last night. Just
that
point that out.
that merchant house.
Mhm.
How did that play into this?
One of our leads was that a large shipment of plague masks, due to the recent plague and
Yeah.
the large outbreak of rats, was bought from this merchant house.
Okay. Did you get any leads?
Never delivered, and when we finally went to go check in, it was burning. And
Okay. So did you get any leads?
Not at this point, no.
You got no leads at all from that place.
Nope. Well,
No.
we got the lead that,
I can make pigeon bombs.
and I don't mean to imply anything by this. This is just the information we were given. Multiple watch, a burly-looking man ran out of the burning house before.
A burly-looking man.
A burly-looking man inscribed with a red shield.
Okay. So your clue is there was a burly man running out of the fire, and he was tattooed with a red shield, inscribed with a red shield. I'm not sure I understand that.
The story we were given, a thief, or really only good witness, showed up to this house in order to do what thieves do, and tried to get in and failed. That's when a large man, presumably from your organization, as he ran off and met with a few people of the watch, all
Okay.
who bore markings of a red shield on their top.
Well, the city of Mindenheim doesn't use a red shield as our logo. So if those weren't on my men, he met with. So I suggest you identify whoever this burly man is and these red shield agents.
I will try.
Okay.
Might I ask, have you had any prior encounters with a
Examples of things I can make. It says I can make
group of
pigeon
people
bombs,
of
so
similar-
I assume I can craft that.
A burly man? The only one I know is you.
of similar insignia?
No,
Okay,
he's not familiar with it.
I'll continue on.
Sounds like it might be a mercenary guild or group, but there's dozens, if not hundreds of them in the surrounding lands.
Got it.
So, anyways, you leave his office, return to the bed and breakfast, and a short time later, the elf shows up seeking you.
Hey, glad to hear you got out. Let's go.
He informs you you're searching for a burly man inscribed with a red shield.
Jesus. You got the whole story wrong. Good lord.
Okay, look,
Sleep deprivation?
I was tired and I just got arrested. What did I miss?
You missed a lot. Come on. The dwarf is plodding on his way to the Castle Rock.
If we walk slowly, we can beat him there.
Castle Rock carriage. apparently
Walk the other way
Castle
around
Rock's the same one that the
We can
Yes.
walk the perimeter of the
same
town and still
carriage
beat
company
them.
that the clerk used. That carriage company is the same one that picked up that
Okay.
Regal
We
guy.
gotta
that's
find
wealthy
some. We gotta
looking
find some good ale. We gotta like,
carriage
taste every ale.
with the
I agree
paperwork
completely.
and strongbox or something from out of the burning building.
My thinking is we
Not
keep a low
Burley,
profile. We act
but
like
wealthy
we're tasting
or
all the
regal
beer in the
looking.
town, and we'll just take your
You
time.
got a Castle Rock
Have
coach.
to ask the questions.
There is no way the two of us are keeping a low profile.
Talking about.
Well, I mean,
I don't
theoretically, it
remember
is a
that.
low profile.
I didn't
but it's,
forget it.
Yeah, you're both
How do
very
you play
small.
There's nothing that linked them
Hide and play
specifically
Yeah.
along the road.
You guys are both very small. You should be very low.
Well,
That,
You
that,
got
Yeah, I
the
remember.
profile.
that was the
you,
joke.
you remember now.
When I said
I don't
low
remember that.
profile. Now, the problem is, you're fully armored
Oh, yeah.
dwarf, and I am
I remember them being
Fully armored dwarf,
against
not made,
us
not made,
because
made
they
out
were
of different armor.
in support of
metal instead of
Middenheim.
regular
They were
metal.
Yeah.
support of the castle,
Is it like the
Castle
Dwarven
Rock
Gomeril
coach
or whatever?
that didn't take.
Because Middenheim was, and we were not. It's not that they were Purple Hand; they were just Middenheimers,
Castle Rock Coach
There really
was
wasn't
founded
much
in
difference.
Middenheim,
right?
versus the other ones that you took was founded in Altdorf.
Correct.
That's their only allegiance that you're aware of.
Correct.
To the attention of Air German name,
You lived in Germany for like 6 years, dude.
This is Warhammer. There is no German here.
the 9
Only like
stairs coaching in Middenheim Road, one that's heavily connected to the
Castle Rock.
Castle Rock coaches,
Uh-huh.
mentions the Hook and Hatchet, our original place we were meant to drop the package of 7 items off at.
Okay.
And it's specifically linked to you remember the priest, how he had some kind of alter
They
ego
don't have enough
thing?
money to
Yeah.
keep me working. Oh, jeez. Like,
Yes, his
They got to pay the illegals that were.
He was crazy.
yeah. The
He was
full-time
crazy.
employees. So the
He also apparently was supposed to be rich.
I know, they just
and
point. and
his
then
alter
they're like,
ego
yes
was
or no.
connected to the
We
purple
got,
hand.
we got told we're not
Okay.
allowed to take their spots.
That mentions
Why?
his connection.
Because
with
they're
purple
as
hand.
able as we are.
Okay. So you guys have a theory, I think, or at least you have a theory. I'm not sure. I'm not sure the elf agrees yet. He's still mulling it over. Meanwhile, the four of you are heading to the. You two are heading back to the dwarves to await the results.
Yep.
The other three of you are eventually making it to the coaching place,
Correct.
where you arrive shortly after the two of them.
Okay. Not that far behind.
Jesus.
So, at the Castle Rock coaches, the squirrely-looking attendant behind the counter looks up at the five of you and says, "So, what's your destination today?
Beer.
Beer? We don't sell that here.
We need
Ale?
to find out.
There's plenty of places along the way that certainly serve good beer and
Ignore
everything.
the little one.
But he's so cute.
I got bit by a rat today.
You just want to hit him on the head and let him sit there dazzled for a while.
That's right.
That way.
Yes.
You had a coach that was out last night, and that picked up had multiple people riding on it.
Okay.
So the red shield, and it picked up a wealthy individual. I would need to know who rented the coach and where the coach was going.
I'm sorry, but our records are private.
And with that, I wander off, right? And just kind of.
That's why I did what I did. I was hoping he would do what he usually does.
Okay.
So
And I am going to go find those records. I'm going to sneak around and.
Well, she's in the office and everything where the records would be. I mean, you can walk around, look at the various coaches and everything, talk to people.
I'm gonna go start looking for ale.
No,
How long
I
is
fine. I'll literally walk around the side of her desk, right, and just smile at her and.
do you not recall me from earlier? I pulled out a gold coin.
Okay.
We were good friends.
What were you asking?
How long is the round trip from the United States coaching in and back? I
I-
think that's this sheet got torn, I think.
I'm sorry, you lost me. The United States coaching?
The 9 states.
9 states.
I swear to God, he said
I
United States.
I thought that's what lost me. You said the United States coaching line.
I knew what he said because he said it earlier to me.
Okay,
that's
so the round trip from where to where?
that's messed up. Your dad said that to you.
Yes.
I actually said that's the whole time.
The round trip from where to where?
From here, midnight, to
From
the
much?
night, to the coaching end, the 9 states, I believe.
In town?
Bad.
On the Middenheim Road.
Well,
From Altdorf to Middenheim.
Altdorf to Middenheim is about a 2-week travel by coach.
I know.
You guys traveled it.
It's not directly to
He was a
Altdorf.
dad.
Sure it is.
The coach I mean to take is
Well,
to
my
a
kid, he's a dad.
coaching
That was
end
me.
along the way.
Well, I mean, there's numerous stops along the way. It's 2 weeks for the full distance to Altdorf. Okay, every night they stop at a town. Generally speaking, there's a town for each leg. It's the same route that you took from Altdorf to Middenheim, if you recall. So there is coaching inns along the way that are associated with specific coach lines.
Yes.
They also cater to other lines, but at higher fees, higher rates, and the line that you use determines that.
I am.
But you have to give me a town if you want to know otherwise.
I don't exactly know where the location is on the map.
Okay.
Compared to Middenheim and Altdorf.
Okay.
So where would this
Yeah, I've become.
coaching end be? Near.
I'm still lost as far as your question. Which coaching line are you? You're looking for the inn that's specific to the 9.
I'm looking for the inn that's specific to this coaching.
There's quite a few. It depends on where you're talking about. That's why I'm saying you're asking a very vague question. Okay. They have coaching inns between here and Altdorf. There are several. Okay. There's also several neutral ones. And they stop at every city because that's how the coaches work.
Who traveled last night?
So if you have a city, they can give you a destination and how long it takes to get there. It's going to be something between here and 2 weeks. Hallsbeck?
Because it was the same place where Andy had family.
Andy had family there?
Yes.
Yeah, that's where I found my book that I couldn't read.
Oh yeah, up by the tree or whatever.
Hallsbeck is just south of Middenheim. It's a day.
That's where the inn was. Because that's where he took off with. Who went with you? Somebody went.
Myself.
I thought you had one person with you.
What about myself?
You had somebody with
I
you?
went with you.
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I got a big experience bonus and shit for going with you.
Yeah.
Oh.
They fed him and they fed you guys and everything.
Yeah, he went to visit his family.
Yeah.
So if that was Hallsbeck, yeah, that's the first stop heading south. So 1 day.
2 days round trip. So either way, I look at Gowrie as in his discussions and be like, listen, we need to focus on what's currently right in front of our face.
I believe this is where our missing.
Okay, talking about the clerk.
Yeah, I
We'll
believe this is
discuss
where
that.
our missing clerk will.
We'll deal with that later, though. I want to
Okay.
know who are. I slide the gold over.
Yeah, she takes the gold.
I need to know who it was that what do you call that? I don't want to say rented. There's a more term for it, but got
Hired.
the coach, hired the coach,
Mhm.
where it went. I want to know who these Red Shield people are, if you do know that.
Okay.
But most I just want to know who hired it and where to go.
Okay.
Who are the occupants?
Well, I don't have the occupants per se, but what time did you say this was?
How long before we got there do we feel like the fire was?
Maybe an hour, maybe like 11 o'clock ish.
Then I'll say that the coach was out on hire last night around 10 or 11 o'clock.
Okay. She looks. Yeah, we didn't really have very many. There was one. Excuse me. It was signed out to a Klaus Ziegengab.
I don't have that name yet. That's a new name.
That is.
Klaus.
Yeah, Klaus Ziegengab. Yeah, I remember when they came back in this morning, they were complaining about the tobacco smoke.
Yes. Where did it drop Klaus off?
According to this, a tavern in Nordtour, the Sword and Flail.
In Northtown at the Sword and Flail.
Yep. You are familiar with the Sword and Flail?
Okay.
It is a popular and well-known mercenary bar. Not popular from the dwarven standpoint. Doesn't really serve the best beer. But from a warrior standpoint,
Okay.
it's something you've certainly heard about.
It's where mercenaries go to get hired effectively, or like hang out.
Yes.
Okay.
None of us will, but you. I might if they respect an archer. Elven archers are the best.
2 strikes against you.
There are no better archers than an elf.
And they all know they get 5 times experience.
I can down. I'll kill them all before they get to me as long as he stays away.
Yeah.
All right.
So, going there?
Did he give any special provisions when he rented the coach?
No.
Did you have porters that assisted in loading or unloading?
No. He rented the coach for the night, and we got dropped off at the Sword and Flail. After that, coach returned to base.
So the driver didn't. When your coaches go out, is it just a driver, or is it driver and shotgun?
No, just a driver.
And the driver.
I mean, within the town. I mean, within the city, as far as a taxi, we just have the driver. There's never really any need otherwise. The cross country coaches, yeah, we have pairs that go out, one to provide protection and one to drive the coaches.
Okay. That's interesting.
I mean, it's not an uncommon situation for the wealthy or people that just don't want to have their activities viewed.
Most of them don't want to touch baggage though either, so I didn't know if your coach drivers would do that for them.
They would if asked, but my understanding was that this was just a drive thing.
Okay.
Didn't want them to do anything else.
Thank you.
That's right.
Okay. You going?
Yep.
Yeah, 4 guys in a coach with a hand crossbow as they drive by.
God. I really hate having this dwarf with us. I'm gonna go scout the tavern.
Taxi.
Yeah. How much would it cost for us to get a taxi there?
3 silver.
For all of us, or a piece?
Well, the coach can fit comfortably 4.
I'll go back to
Can I outpace the coach?
No.
Nah,
The crowds tend to clear for the coach coming through.
We got halfway. The dog can run behind.
I'm certain crowds would clear for me.
He's got to get his exercise.
He's got to sit on your lap.
Again.
Jesus. Get away from me.
Anyways.
Or he could walk. Fine with walking.
All right. Do we know your name?
Know what?
Do we know your name?
No.
So now they're all the same.
We have not been. None of us have been introduced yet, technically. No. I know all your names because you introduced yourselves when you were.
Yeah.
But you don't know mine or his.
We're just calling you Elf.
Yeah, that's fine by me.
They're all the same.
It was an elf that did it. His name's Elf.
Yeah.
Sure.
He's the one with that fancy bow.
Hang on.
It's not fancy anymore. You said it wasn't fancy.
He has a fancy bow, though. So
Fancy bow got left. Actually, do I still have? I gave the fancy bow to
No.
your
No,
previous character.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I did.
I only had a long bow.
I don't know.
I gave the fancy bow to somebody.
Yeah.
Wizard inherited, I guess.
Do you still have it?
I would have, yes. I would have given that. But Evergreen's not fancy looking according to.
Correct.
My fancy bow I gave to a member of the group. Previously, I thought it was your character.
No.
Well, that's your idea.
But I have it as a spare then. Shit.
Elves don't value
Wizard
being
took
fancy.
Anyways, so you guys are going to hike over to the Sword and Flail?
Yep.
Yeah, it probably wouldn't be a good idea to show up to a mercenary bar displaying how we're rich.
Yeah.
Why not?
You think that it's
Step out like you're out of the way.
If only you had a silver platter. That's how it all started.
Look what I found.
I'm fine with walking. I'm quick.
Do they have?
I even laugh at
I can
that.
just see him speak.
What do they call those things where people like?
Money bags?
No, you ride in a cart and they run with you.
Oh, yeah. Rickshaws.
Yeah, rickshaw,
No.
yeah.
I'm not sure we can lift him.
I'm disgusted by this dwarf. So
So slow.
overly disgusted by this
Hey,
dwarf.
I'll just.
Can I lift him?
Can you lift him? Probably not.
I agree with him.
He's stronger than you, though.
You were saying how you needed muscle.
Arm
earlier.
wrestle.
You definitely need muscle now.
I doubt it. Why would I touch him? Look at him.
I would agree. Elves are just disgusting.
Both smell dirty to me. I don't
You were
see the
saying you
problem.
needed muscle earlier.
So you guys going to the Sword and Flail?
Yes.
Okay. Are you heading on ahead of them, or are you going to stay with the group? Okay. So, meanwhile, the two of you waiting for the dwarfs. You get to around lunchtime or so.
We have 5.
I am not showing up at the
Did
same
I
time
manage
as dwarves
to?
in a tavern that's specifically anti-dwarf.
Well, I'm back on them at this point.
Yep, you're
Okay.
right, man.
So the dwarfs send you their report. It's written in very detailed technical language that you have no idea because I don't think you read. But you understand it just fine. Basically, their interpretation. I keep hearing something knocking over here.
It's alright, that's me.
Okay. It's the rat? Okay. Their investigation, apparently the rat was some sort of automaton, which you functionally knew. The black goo appears to be some sort of either lubrication or fluid that was pumping through its veins. The condition of it was not in very good shape. Whoever crafted, or sculpted the thing didn't do a great job. Although the level of technology is beyond what the engineers could see as possible. I mean, they don't really, obviously they don't deal with that sort of thing, but the grafting of mechanical devices onto flesh and keeping them viable is pretty uncommon. They don't understand how it was done. They did find traces of warpstone in the machine. And they suspect it was potentially powered by some sort of warpstone or magical crystal. There's only a few fragments remaining other than this large hole through the center of it. So they suspect whatever destroyed or stopped the rat destroyed the crystal as well. They found some indication of a recording device stored inside it, but without a power source they can't replay it or activate it to be sure. But they suspect that whatever this thing was doing was listening and eavesdropping on whoever it could for some purpose.
Oh, how we need the power.
We should go to get a power source recording device.
Well, it was a pirate that has a warpstone. That's a bad idea.
Yeah, they don't think a natural battery, as scientific as those would function. It would probably just burn out the thing. This sort of magic or this sort of mechanics is beyond their ability. They don't really know anything about this. They've seen and heard rumors of similar automatons elsewhere, but none of the dwarves that are here at this engineering college have ever seen it personally.
Where else?
Other areas around the Empire. There's the occasion, not in Middenheim. No. I mean, these dwarves. I mean, these are all elder dwarves and everything. They've been here for 50, 60, 70 years. None of them have any personal experience having seen anything like this. This is beyond what they would consider natural or scientific, and they're unclear how such a thing was even accomplished.
The Angel Wizards might have an alternative battery to warpstone.
They suspect nothing like that's going to work. I mean, you can certainly give it a try, but anything other than warpstone, from the connections that they have, it's probably just going to burn the thing out if it powers it at all.
Do you think we should tell Shootsman that this had a listening device in it? Don't know how long it's been listening to him and his people.
No. I think there might be valuable information on Shootsman that we want to hear before he hears it.
Okay. Is there?
After all, he
Are
hired
they
this
able to
crack
produce
team.
the recording device to us?
Is that what?
Are they able to hand us the recording device part of what they found?
No. It's like the spine of the rat and like its left kidney, and then a couple of gears and some other mysterious boxes and things like that. It's nothing but flesh and metal at this point. The rat is dissected, but really completely disassembled.
Yeah.
And they can point you to, we think here's where it would take in audio, and here's where it would play, and here's where it might be recorded. But even to you and your experience in engineering, it's just so much gibberish. They're just pointing at things, and you can't make any scientific recollection of it. So they can give you the conclusion, but it's not like, here's the box, go plug it in type stuff. Unless you want to plug a kidney into something.
I guess it's garbage then. If the recording's not salvageable.
We might be able to salvage it if you can find a crystal of warpstone. But such things we haven't seen in years and years. I mean, those are pretty rare.
I think I know someone in our group that might have access to warp stone. He happens to have access to just about one of everything else. So I figure if I
I had a
talk
whole
to
chest of it not long ago. But I let
I
the
think
rats
we should
take it.
talk to the. I'm gonna go look for the elf.
We didn't do that. That wasn't us.
I'm gonna go look for the
We don't
elf.
let the rats get
Okay.
away with that chest of warpstone.
You got anything else you want to ask the engineers or investigate with?
The whole keep came down on
Can
our
we just
heads.
keep the rat here for now?
There's nothing to take. I mean, other than
Okay.
bits of body parts.
Just the recording device is really what I'm worried about.
Yeah. I mean, they have the dissection. They're gonna preserve it
Okay.
for further study and investigation because they're very curious about it. But to them, I mean, it's roughly the equivalent of like necromancy. It's sort of, we need to know about it, but at the same point, we're disgusted by its presence.
I'd like to go to the bar where Half Nose was prior on the way to wherever we're going. I don't know where you wanted to go find the elf.
He wanted to go find the elf, although at this point, you guys don't know where the elf would be.
Yeah. Figure Half Nose or
I feel
No
like that's a
Nose.
common occurrence.
It is common.
Yeah. We need to put a bell on it.
Normally, you can follow the sound of clanking, but he tends to wander off from that.
Clank, clank. The word
Maybe
is
we
that
can find
way.
out from No Nose where.
There's the elf. What?
So there's a guy.
Goes by half
Again,
nose.
Totally forgot. He's half a nose. We keep calling him No Nose, but he's got half of a nose because it got cut off. He's got a lot of information, but he likes to be paid for such information. And now that we've got some money from the Shirtsman.
Yeah. He was originally a contact that Schutzman had. There was a Purple Hand member, magistrate, that wanted to defect in exchange for a fairly sizable sum of money. The night before he was scheduled to defect, he disappeared, and the low lords, the crime families of the city, sent a note to Schutzman saying, "We have your cultist. Give us the payment instead, 1,000 gold, and we'll turn him over as for capturing the guy on your behalf. When you're ready to do so, go talk to Half Nose, and he'll make the inquiries." They went to talk to Half Nose, and he's a wealth of information if you have the wealth.
And they didn't get the payment, but they gave him the notification.
They gave a notification to start the negotiations and so forth. You guys have maybe another day before Schutzman is forced to make the payment and is out 1,000 gold. And part of your goal was to investigate. Okay, what happened to this guy? Where is he? What's going on? That's a sideline that you guys haven't really been investigating today. But
Yeah, and we didn't have a lot of money, so we went and got paid for our first week.
now you have cash.
So I have cash, so we can ask him questions and see if we can pay him to find out which one of the low lords took the guy. Then you're probably a little more friendly than I.
Probably not. I I kind of suck at that side.
Fellow shipping in.
I'm alright at fellowship.
Oh, that's charming.
Do we
But
have an
really, a
actual
bribery
charming
if nothing else, I'm guessing.
We have
Me.
But yeah, do you want to go with me, or are you gonna go find?
What are we going to ask him?
I would.
I want to find out because if we had enough money, he'd tell us who his, which one of the Wilkings it was. Because there's
I
three
do
different
believe I
Wilkings.
am at least half.
The crime lord Loki?
Yeah,
Close
there's
to
three
the best.
Wilkings, crime lords.
Why don't we make someone
Was
else
it
pay
the
for it?
We did.
rogue
That's why I went and
cultist
got money from
house
him.
that got
What's
burned
your
down?
fellowship?
Because I
The cultist house that got burned down? No, it was the merchants.
Going to be
Are the crime families?
No, the one that got burned down that they found was the merchant house that sold the 1,000 plague masks.
Because I'm
And
not
well,
right now.
Don't you think it'd be a little suspicious if we went asking
I'm good,
the
too.
guy
I
who's
rolled
connected
really well
to the
for
crime
fellowship.
families?
I got a 21 initial.
Sorry.
He's
It's an 11. That's not
Hey, the
hateful.
Okay. They were investigating the plague masks and the missing counting clerk
Give you
who
a
had
Slayer, a
left,
16.
had quit his job unexpectedly, saying he was going to go start a business in Marienburg. Supposedly, there's some corruption going on with things going missing, including an order for 1,000 plague masks from a company that potentially doesn't exist, had an address, and got paid, but the masks never showed up. When they went to go investigate the address, they got there too late. The place was already burnt to the ground. And the witness said that somebody had left the place. Depending on who you talk to, he was either burly and emblazoned with a red shield, or he was wealthy and smelled of tobacco. But he had big chests of gold, supposedly, being hauled out. And the witness claimed that there was a town guard, fairly nervous looking, who showed up once a week previously
You got all
to
that
deliver
right, but
these boxes of
those were
gold
separate.
to the place.
Pipe tobacco was the guy carrying the stuff. The red shield was his guards, and the silver wolf was the carriage.
Got it.
So you might want to write that in there for you.
You taking notes?
Yeah,
That's-
he's
which
got
is the
quite a
idea.
few notes. Yeah,
I mean, there's a lot of pieces, especially as you guys are doing every thread at once.
right. I honestly thought
So-
we were following singular threads, but
Yeah, I was wondering why are we dealing with that when it doesn't have a time limit when 1,000 gold.
Maybe it does.
Bounty.
Hey, if they pay this guys the 1,000 gold,
Yeah, we can go.
and then we come and raid that place.
Okay, so you guys are going to go to the tavern where Half Nose is?
Yep, if we happen to see the dwarf wandering around, because he
You do not.
go all the crisscrossing over town.
You do not. Okay, so the other four of you eventually get to the Sword and Flail. It is a sizable brick establishment, quite loud and boisterous in the afternoon at this point. Out front is a number of shields, decorations on the wall, one of which you recognize as having a red shield motif. As you get closer, it's actually more of a red and blue split, but from a distance it looks like a red shield. Labeled as the Bergsburg Mercenary Company. It's emblazoned with a sword and flail on the shield itself.
And look at that, we're making good time. Just in time for dinner.
That's right.
Oh, yeah, fantastic. 11's the elf pay.
They're known as the Red Shield Company, based out of Bergsburg.
Town.
Yes.
Town.
over near Bergsburg.
Town. On Town Street.
Alright, since I arrived first, all I would have done is check to see if the carriage is still there.
There is no carriage there. No.
And I would have gone in and just found a place to sit and observe.
Okay. The place is filled with warrior types.
That strong tobacco scent.
Okay. Yeah, you walk in. The bartender looks pleasant enough. Everybody seems to be in a good mood. A couple of people comment, "Hey, look, there's an elf who wants to be part of the crew." Amidst some laughter and everything, but everybody seems jovial but happy.
I would have no choice. They're like this and that. Like, look down at him like,
Yeah, they don't seem to even notice
Okay.
per se.
no.
Like I said, the bartender is friendly. He you walk up, says, "What can I get for you?"
Do you have wine?
Sure. He pours some white wine, big pint mug. Says, "Here you go."
Really? You don't have wine glasses? We'll slide a silver across.
Sure, not a problem. He gives you change. Gives you 9 brass back.
Jesus.
God, it's cool. What do you want? This much wine.
When I see the change come back, I'm like, oh, I'm just shaking my head.
Says, "What brings you to the Sword and Flail?"
I'd heard it's the place to be, and I'm like horrified at this mug of wine. I've heard
It's not the
place to
cleanest
be
mug.
For those that are seeking adventure.
You pour it out.
No, I'm totally.
Yeah.
Do you have anything that doesn't?
No, it's flavored. There's things floating in it.
Beard hairs and stuff.
May I have a clean, clear, a bottle for myself?
Sure, not a problem.
Hey,
He reaches
good.
under the counter, brings up, takes out a bottle.
I just shake my head, no. You must have it chilled, properly preserved.
No, we don't mess with such things around here. This is a fighting man's bar.
Let me go in the fridge in the
Take the
back.
bottle, please.
Okay.
I give him the change back.
He puts the bottle on the counter, scoops up the change.
I'll tell you, man.
Jesus.
These snobs.
He picks up the bottle, pulls the cork out with his teeth, puts it down for you. There you go. Helped you out.
Oh, Jesus.
It's wine.
I don't know why you're upset. He has most of his teeth.
It does.
I wiped the top off
Yeah.
real well.
No problem.
Just shake my head.
Cut that off.
Is it okay if I just sit and listen and observe for a while?
Sure. Make yourself at home. You seem capable with that bow. Don't get very many archers in here. You any good with a sword?
Passable.
Looking for work?
I have a long sword at my side.
Yeah.
So, and a short sword.
Okay. You looking for work? This is the place to be if you're looking for work. There's always jobs coming through here.
Well, that's good. It's good to know. I may be. Right now, I'm just trying to get the lay of the land. I've heard these red shields. Well, I've heard some of the dealings that they have. You know, they don't seem to ask questions, is what I'm told.
Yeah, the red shields. They're okay. They're kind of numerous these days. He points over to the side of the bar, and there's a couple of tables with maybe a dozen or so armed men, all having a shield motif on their shoulder. All seem to be part of the same crew. They have the air of more outlaw than organized fighting group.
Gee. The outlaw.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna take a silver. Actually, I'll make it 4 silver.
Okay.
Slide it across, and I say, "Listen, you know, I heard tell there were some that were involved in a burning the other night, or last night.
Okay.
Did you see any come in last night?
They come and go all day and night.
Did they take my money?
No, he pretty much just ignores it.
You know what?" And I look at him, furrow my brow, and I say, "I both like you a lot, and I feel like I don't know if I can trust you. You didn't take my money. You seem honest."
Yeah, don't really seem to. The guys here, they get paid. They pay well.
Honest is a rare quality these days.
Yep. Ever since I retired, gosh, 5-6 years ago, this place I've been making more money here than out fighting, and it's a lot safer. Occasional bar fight, about it.
Can you point out the ones that came in last night? Those say around midnight.
Well, no, I wasn't really working.
Who was?
My daughter was. You want to talk to her?
If you don't mind me paying her for information, I hate just getting it.
Well, she doesn't really work for coin. That's a whole different career. But
I'm not.
if,
I literally got horrified.
I thought I was the
No. I'm trying to.
I raise her well. She doesn't go in for that with these crowds.
The man's daughter.
Information. No, I mean, and I'm about to say something. I bite my tongue before I say she's human. I think it, bite my tongue and shiver.
It all feels the same.
And then say,
Okay.
"Oh,
He calls over his daughter Rhonda, who comes over. She's an attractive younger woman, maybe late teens. Walks over, has this air of having dealt with warrior types most of her life. Looks at you and says, "Yeah, you're not the normal sort of guy. What do you need?"
Last night there was a couple of the red shields that came in, maybe with the guy that smelled and reeked of tobacco. And I was wondering if you could point those gentlemen out or tell us where I could find the guy that reeked of tobacco.
Tobacco? Oh, yeah, I remember him. He went by the name... what was the name? Let me find that.
Klaus Ziegengaub?
That's close. I don't think that was the name. Klaus Ziegengaub? Yeah, Klaus. Klaus was his name. He had a lot of tobacco smell on him. Bit of an air of authority, I guess. Took him more of as a book nerd, possibly a wizard of some sort.
Did he get a room?
No. He came in. Said he'd been in a couple of times over the last couple of days. Said he was looking for some out of town muscle.
Well, he hired two of them.
Well, he hired a few of them. Eventually, the Red Shields there, they underbid for the job, or overbid for the job, and outbid the other mercenary crew. So they're working for him doing something. I don't know what it is, but at least a couple of them went out last night with him, came back fairly late.
He didn't come in?
No.
Did the carriage... I was told the carriage dropped him off here, though.
Okay. I don't know. I know the carriage came in. A couple of the Red Shields came in.
Can you point out which ones they were discreetly?
Sure. She points over to the crowd.
Look over at the crowd. Do you happen to know their names?
Yeah, there's like I said, there's about a dozen of them.
Yeah,
a couple of them are keeping an eye on the daughter, and notice when she points at them, they wink and wave back at her. So no, I don't know their names. I don't get to know any of these guys.
I don't blame you. Are you going to school?
Well, no, I'm 17. I'm done with school.
I'm in college.
I've got 3 kids and a husband.
Yeah.
Are you seeking higher learning?
I mean,
well, why? I have 3 years of school.
Medieval time, 17.
Yeah,
That's what I got.
She obviously has no aspirations for higher education per se. She has the education she needs to run a tavern, and that's her career.
Yeah, it's good. It's lucrative.
Well, yeah.
I look at the
So
barkeep and I say,
round about this time, the dwarven crew finally arrive.
right. When I see them arrive, and
you hear them approaching outside.
I look at the barkeep.
Found a seat and
I say, what would it cost?
Okay.
What do the tables here cost? And the chairs.
The tables and chairs?
Yes.
Why, you looking to buy some of our furniture?
I'm looking to replace it.
What the fuck?
You got a problem with our furniture?
Not at all.
Okay.
I want to buy your silence in case an inquiry into these red shields turns rough.
As long as you don't bring it here, we don't care.
Well, they're here.
We'll just take it outside.
All right. I still slide the gold
Okay.
and just say, please don't
No.
report my people.
Now, the standard rules here, you make trouble with one of the crews, the rest of the crews are against you. So I suggest, if you're looking for trouble, and you don't really look like a kind of guy who would be looking for trouble, but if you are,
I pointed to
Take
the
it-
plate mail guy as he walks in.
yeah, take it out of this place
All right.
rather than in the place.
And as the plate mail dwarf walks in, I say, that's my troublemaker right there, or the trouble handler.
Okay.
trouble dealer.
So you guys walk in. You see the elf talking to the bartender and his daughter, and fairly quickly pick up on the red shield sitting at the far side of the room, eyeing the barmaid.
At them?
I walk over to you.
Nice.
I'm not going to make anything small about it.
Okay.
I look over at the red shields, and I'm going to watch the red shields, and I walk over to the dwarf, and I say, all right, those are the guys that were hired.
Okay.
Okay. So, like I said, just so you know the situation, there are about 12 red shields that are obviously all a crew. There's probably another 24 or so fighting men in the place, and the bartender has just explained that if you cause trouble in the bar,
All of them.
everybody goes against
Yeah,
you.
that's fine.
Okay, so
Right? I will explain that to the dwarf. I say, listen,
so there's only 36. That's what you're saying.
I say, listen,
I know.
our problem's not with everybody, and if we start something with them, it'll be everybody.
Is there a table?
Can somebody remind me why we need the red shields? That's what
No.
we're talking about?
Yeah, all the tables are occupied. There's a couple of seats at the bar, and that's about
Tobacco
it.
Man hired them.
Tobacco Man hired them, and Tobacco Man left the burning building that had all the evidence from and
So-
gold.
I tell you, just tap my back.
Okay.
I walk over to their table.
Him. I want him.
He's already halfway over to the table.
I'm just gonna go sit in one of the tables on the opposite.
There are no tables free.
Okay.
There's people on all the tables. There's a couple of chairs at the bar, one of which is occupied by him. Okay, one is, well, the elf was nearby.
No, sit at the bar.
Okay,
Keep an eye out with him.
I look for an empty chair. Right?
Th-
Not,
yes,
just, not
there-
at their table.
there is an empty chair here and there with other groups.
Perfect.
Okay,
I just walk up to one of them,
okay.
grab it, and just
With some effort, you move the heavy chair.
I'm just grinding on the floor over there, trying to make as much noise as possible.
Okay, you
No,
move.
don't touch me! I got this, and I just
touching you.
You move you start moving the chair. The guys at the table lean over, look at you, put one arm down, and hold the chair, and said, "That's not yours, kid."
kid.
And scoot
What the-
the chair back.
I walk over.
Where's your parents?
I put my arm on my dog and
My
just
foot
go.
goes forward, spins around. Not as parent. Not as parent. As parent is all in all.
I literally
Hey.
just flip him off and go, yeah, you can eat shit there, guy.
Didn't
and I
you-
grab the chair.
Okay, so give me a strength check.
Oh, yeah, I'm not going to make it.
Okay, so yeah, you tug against the chair. It doesn't move. He says, "Didn't you see the sign over by the door?" He points at some sign up right above the door.
Okay, I crawl up onto the chair,
Okay,
right? So I'm almost eye level. with
almost eye level.
him. How close am I to the red table?
A table away.
All right. I look at him. Does he have like food in front of him?
Sure.
Excuse me, and I step up on the table, and I go, "Hey, Red Shield guys, I have a question."
Right, yeah, several of them are already watching you.
Yeah, question for you. Some stinky guy last night burned a building down, and I understand that you guys, were hired by him to protect him or something. Do you know who this guy is? I've been trying to find him all day.
And with that,
And you know how little these legs are? It takes time to get around this town. This is ridiculous. I mean,
halflings
I'm
slow.
almost as slow as he is.
You should have your elf carry you.
He ain't my elf. And honestly, his baby carrier is too small.
He said you're too small, elf.
Had to shake my head.
Look how skinny his arms are. He can't lift anything. Just want to
Gentlemen.
use a bow.
As he's talking, I say, "Gentlemen, could we please speak to the leader of your troop?"
Troop? Like circus troop?
and with that, I'm gonna walk up, grab him.
You ain't touching me.
Back of
As
his-
soon as he puts a hand on me, I pull my knife and stab him in the hand.
What?
Okay.
He throws a fit.
He doesn't want to be carried.
Give me a roll.
It's not a real knife.
He throws.
It's a halfling knife.
It's made
That's
out
not a
of.
knife.
It's made out of Duplo.
So does a toothpick?
I rolled a 6.
Okay. he flashes out the knife, trying to slice at your hand. He grabs you by the shirt, at least. So you can certainly stab him in the arm at this point if you want, but you weren't able to dissuade him from it. Are you going to release him? He obviously wishes to draw blood if you are going to grab hold of him. The rest of the crowd is just sort of watching the entertainment at this point.
I'm just reading my book at the bar right now.
Grab, grab his hand.
Give me a grapple check.
Grapple?
Brawling.
Okay. Does this mean the rest of the bar gets to pile in on those two?
I'm glad we chose the alternate route.
No, it means the rest of the bar has to pile in on these two, causing problems.
36, 37, 38, 40.
Impressive.
What'd you get?
We set the whole,
A 7. Total brawling?
Oh, me and him aren't in there.
Give me a brawling roll. Whatever your total is.
65.
65.
99. I'm reading my book.
Oh shit.
Okay, he by definition rolled higher.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, so he grabs you up by your shirt and goes to grab the knife hand and hold it. You start twisting around, slip out of his grip, and can at least move or continue the fight here on the table. You're already stepping on all the meals and everything else, making a big disruption.
Stabbing at his arm.
Okay,
Give me you big bastard.
Give me an attack roll.
Leprechaun, like when you're trying to steal his gold. It's like you can't steal me the moon.
Jesus, Dad. Learn how to fucking roll a die.
That's fairly.
That is not a good roll. That's 13.
Okay.
This is ridiculous. I mean, he's holding me. I just gotta...
you're out of his hands.
Oh.
Yeah.
You flop around on the table.
Oh, Jesus, people.
At this point, I've got my knife in my hand.
Please.
Sorry about the food, guys. And, I'll just reach out and grab a random food item. All right, back to what I was saying.
I'm gonna shout out in the most racist halfling comment I can make in Wastelander. I don't know.
He doesn't understand it.
Wow. Good job.
Okay.
Someone in this bar told me Gordo. Like.
Okay.
You're short. Okay.
So the bartender starts heading over towards the table. The guys at the tables, of which you're stomping on all their food and everything, and eating part of it, are like unsure of what to do. But this kid, one of them calls out, "Can you take your runt out of here? We're trying to have a pleasant meal. Obviously, you don't know the diplomacy of the warrior code here. Perhaps that dwarf and pet you have can straighten it out for you,
No.
or maybe your elven babysitter."
Good sir, I am trying to get this midget off your table.
I bet we can down probably 5 or 6 of them pretty quick.
Yeah,
You guys can take a fucking toll, I'm sure. But
Take them. I'll pay for your meals. Just, let me get them off your table and talk to them.
Okay,
Was
right.
asking to help me with diplomacy, but you ruined that.
Yeah, right now the halfling doesn't seem to be interested in getting off the table.
Oh, I know.
He seems interested in eating the food and threatening you with a knife, and I assume he has something else he wishes to do.
well, I'm just literally looking at the red shield table, like stabbing at him randomly, like.
Yeah, they functionally have gone back to their conversation and are otherwise joking and laughing in your guys' direction at this point.
I walk over to the
You
red
need to
shield.
max out your intimidation.
Okay.
Ignore
He's
these
as
two.
scary as a little
Okay.
halfling ever was. They're
Listen,
like,
I'm wearing on somebody's face.
Yes.
realize that you have
they're
a
like
job to do
little
and
kid,
you're
and
hired
you're like,
to
who
do
you
said
call
jobs.
little kid?
Yeah.
I would like to know if any of you are willing to share or if I need to pay for the information. Let me know whatever that cost is, who it was that was hired to accompany that smelly tobacco guy last night.
If you're willing to pay, sure. 10 silver.
I'll break that 10 silver.
Okay.
You guys are really poor.
Okay. A couple of the guys say, yeah, we went with him last night.
Do you know his name?
Said his name was Carl.
Okay. And where did he go after you were dropped off here?
Paid us. Left.
In the carriage.
No?
Walt.
Yeah.
Did he have any insignia or anything on him?
Nope.
He burnt that building down. Did you not know that?
Not our business. He paid well enough.
He risked the whole town.
Yeah.
You want it to be known that the Red Shields don't care. That what they do could risk the entire. I'm going to start getting a little loud. That what you do, you can be paid to destroy everyone's livelihood.
No, what we want is the Red Shields to be known as ones who take money and follow through on the deal.
Following through can destroy everyone here.
If
it
that's
can burn this inn down.
We're mercenaries. It's the job.
No, it's not.
Mercenaries for all. And there's a cheer across the thing, across the place.
No, mercenaries do not have that necessarily that attitude.
Right, I agree.
So I shake my head.
Yeah, like I said, these guys are more outlaws,
That's
and very clearly do not really care about the authority in law.
And as he does that, I smirk because
Yeah.
I'm a criminal. I have a criminal etiquette, and I'm an outlaw.
Uh-huh.
And I say, so it wouldn't.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
Knowing who you are, what you do, knowing who I am and what I do, you wouldn't work for somebody without also looking into them as well. So what can you tell me about your employer?
If they got the coin, we'll work.
I need more.
All we know is this guy paid well. He paid in gold.
Can I see
Don't know where he got it from.
Can I see the piece of gold that he paid you in, please?
Sure, a couple of them are playing cards. They point to a few of the coins on the table.
Don't touch them. I just want to see, are they midnight gold?
Yeah. They look fairly fresh. Like new coins.
Scrape on them. Now I pick one up.
They're real. They look freshly minted.
I actually do pick up one of the coins, pull out one of my coins, toss it down. Do you mind if I take this since I replaced it?
One of them picks it up, scrapes at it. Sure.
Actually, I still have the coin, but
Yeah. You don't need to subtract a coin and add a coin.
is there? And I pull out one of my other coins. Is there anything on it that states it was minted?
How much?
On this date, like our nowadays coins.
It has a year, yes.
Okay.
It looks like the coin. Well, can you read?
Okay.
No. It has some numbers. You think that's a date?
All right.
I mean, I'm right next to you.
He pays me 5 silver and I hop off the table.
I show him it.
Okay.
You tell me if this with this looks fresh.
It'll cost you another 2 silver to replace all the food and drinks and everything he ruined.
And then I'll give a gold coin to the bartender.
Okay. And then what?
I had shown it to the dwarf. Can you tell me when this is minted?
Oh, within the last 6 months.
6 months? Almost like I'm rich.
From your understanding, well, give me a lore Middenheim for anybody who has it.
Okay. Wait, I'm not in this.
You are in the bar.
I'm
Give me a
not
lore
being
Middenheim.
quiet.
Okay.
Yeah.
More metallurgy.
Sure. I'll give you a penalty on
I'm
that.
assuming my lore local means lore.
Sure. Yeah, it's fine.
Laura Ulrich.
No.
77.
Rolled an 84. 132.
Okay.
No, 133.
From your information, from your knowledge, coins going into circulation from Middenheim, they go through a process to make sure they haven't been either doctored or shaved or anything like that. They're actually legal. That typically can take up to a year after they're minted before they go into circulation. So any coins this fresh would have either bypassed the normal circulation or been stolen directly from the treasury.
Okay.
I would have come from somebody who had direct access to the treasury, such as perhaps a high clerk.
Okay.
Was that clerk described as a big burly man?
With a tattoo of a red shield?
Listen,
I'm just trying to figure out if it's the same dude, just going by different aliases.
do I remember there being a tobacco smell when I was talking to the high clerk?
You never talked to the high clerk?
Yes, we did.
No, you didn't. He had already retired and left the office before you guys got there. That's what started the investigation.
Oh, no, we're talking about the head clerk.
That high clerk.
Okay, we were talking about, not that, I was talking about somebody, Joseph.
Joseph Sparsum is the chancellor.
Yeah.
He's the guy above the overall thing. He doesn't have a tobacco smell. The high clerk the guy that you're looking for, you've never met, but he would certainly be in a position to have access to freshly minted coins. Anybody in the treasury would.
tell the guys at the table, you may want to take it easy spending this coin.
Okay, why is that?
From one who stands with you outside the law to another,
Uh-huh.
that's illegal coin.
What are you talking about? It's gold?
Yeah, you're right. It's gold.
Yeah. Gold spends as gold. I mean, and technically, it's legal currency.
Well, if it hasn't been through the proper... It's legal, but it's not properly tendered. It's not been properly...
Correct.
So
it hasn't been properly processed. The Crown hasn't gotten credit for it. It's effectively been embezzled off of the system.
It's not illegal, but it's
But
also not legal.
nobody's going to get arrested for having those coins.
So they could have it taken back, is my point. And what are they going to do?
Not
about it?
necessarily, because they couldn't necessarily prove that process. They are in circulation at this point. Okay? How they got there is the part that's questionable.
I just have that feeling that if we had the coin, we'd be getting screwed.
Quite possibly, and these guys could easily be also. Okay, but just having a gold coin that has a short circulation life isn't in itself illegal.
Gotcha.
They'd want to know how you got it, and if you have any quantity or you're actively stealing them, yeah, you're in trouble.
Gotcha.
But the coins themselves are not illegal. They are legal currency. It's like you went to the printing press and got $101 bills.
Gotcha.
It's still real money.
I'm going to. He dropped them off here and didn't take the carriage anywhere.
Nope.
So he carried boxes and boxes.
I asked him. I was told, or we heard that he had cases. He came out of the building with crates, or
He came out. He had a big lockbox, looked like a cash box of some sort.
did he carry it out of the carriage?
Yeah,
Where?
I don't know. Our job was done. We went back in here.
You know, we're in Northtown. That's already a wealthy area.
Yeah.
Is there any places around close by that are a place where you can stay that's worth money?
Well, sure. There's lots of taverns and everything. If you want a well-to-do place to live, or a well-off place to stay,
What about the street?
sure. I'm sure there's plenty of those places. Most of my guys head further south in town.
Me too.
Slums, especially around that drowned rat place. There's all sorts of nice places to hang out there.
I wouldn't call them nice. I prefer
Entertaining.
I prefer cleaner environments.
Yeah, we saw it with the wine.
That's disgusting. I'm still holding the bottle, trying to get myself to drink something of it. I handed it to the dwarf.
Okay, it's all yours.
Yeah, he drinks it.
I drank it.
Yeah.
All right.
Glass is tastier than the wine.
Jesus. Disgusting.
Okay. So while you guys are debating what else you're going to do, or what other avenues you want, the two of you were heading to No-Nos, or Half Nose. You get to the bar. As expected, Half Nose is still there. What, if anything, do you wish to do or speak to him about? The bartender recognizes you at least.
Yep.
He has a vague recollection of seeing you, but you didn't really do anything the last time, so he doesn't really remember you exactly. But Half Nose is still sitting at his regular table. Looks up as you walk in and waves, almost friendly-like. Scratches at his nose, what's left of it.
So we'll go sit down with them.
Okay.
And order a couple. You
Okay.
Drinking? No. All right. I'll grab a couple for myself. And sit down with him. It's the man with all the information.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's right.
before-
You got the gold. I got the info.
Yep, and obviously before I was a little underwhelmed when it came to, or a little overwhelmed with the amount, but I scraped together some stuff and sold some things.
Excellent. I'm glad to see somebody having some initiative.
Right. It took a while, but we're really hoping to.
What sort of services can I sell to you today?
Well, I do know that the trade-off with the Will Kings has begun the process back and forth.
Yep, I got a message just last night. I went and made contact with him.
Yeah,
Apparently, that Schitzman guy, he's ready to bargain.
he is. And I know.
You're not planning to get in the way of any of that.
No.
Okay.
No, but I would.
Make a few people upset if they were to lose out on such profits.
Oh, absolutely. And so I
Might have to stick an elf on you.
I have heard of another opportunity to get some monetary additions, maybe well in excession of that 1,000 gold or whatever tiny portion they're probably handing you. But I slide 10 silver across the table to him.
Okay.
And say, I just kind of need to narrow down which of the Will Kings it is, because we need to make sure that the prisoner survives. And I know the Will Kings would be more than happy to take 1,000 gold and off him.
Okay. He starts talking. As he does so, he slowly starts collecting the 10 silver. He explains to you the Low Kings, who they are in general, and where they tend to operate out of. Okay. Functionally, his view is the Low Kings are the real rulers of Middenheim. They are the rulers of the street, and any and all organized crime of the city operates through them. Anything from the body houses, drug traffickers, gambling dens, cut purses, loan sharks, scammers, etc. Other than the other Low Kings, they pretty much kill anybody else who tries to set up shop. Okay? As far as their specific area, anybody who operates has to pay a quota and a tithe to the respective Low King and be able to manage things in order to operate. And it's customary that if they set up shop, that they have to go and introduce themselves and what sort of activities they'd be doing so they know what the agreement is that they're getting into. Failure to do so tends to be a short trip off the western cliffs with all valuables left behind. Okay? Okay. He informs you that the Low Kings have large numbers of the watch under their control, where they get quite a bit of information, etc. And let's see. Even to the point that fool Schutzman drastically underestimates the influence of the Low Kings. They have eyes and ears everywhere, including in his offices, etc. Okay. Okay. The three main ones are Edom Góða, one of the biggest villains in the east side, originally from Marienburg, known locally as the Big Cheese. He extorts from the marketers in the alt market and runs the drug smuggling operations. He's known for the extreme violence he metes out against those who cross him and the threatening vulgarity of his enforcers. Okay. He is ambitious, not satisfied with the amount of turf currently under his control. Okay, and has recently expanded his territory northward from the east side. Okay, the second one is Herla Hivart. Is a pitiless and straightforward crime boss. He isn't given to the romantic self-justification of her peers. She runs the Newmarkt gang, and she's an efficient organizer and brutal enforcer. Has moved some of her operation to middle class Freiburg district, and concentrates on providing weird root and other substances to students and eccentrics there. Basically, she's providing drugs to the colleges and so forth. Let's see. Weird Root also has a tendency to awaken latent magical abilities, which has led to some problems. And then there is Blyden, who is referred to as the lowest king. He's an old man. They say he's around 80 years old, shrunken and hunched in his years. Except for his humble airs and tiny frame, he's known to be a force to be reckoned with, and has maintained his territories north of Alt Quarter and Alt Market District, despite the aggressive takeover of the neighboring streets by Góða. His business concentrates on brothels and fencing stolen goods, as well as opportunities for things such as extortion and blackmail. He also takes quotas from pickpockets and petty thieves. Okay. As far as particular value or thoughts, he doesn't know which Low King has taken the guy. He just knows that when the messages were to come, to pass it along. According to him, Blyden, his response is, "Don't make me laugh. He couldn't pull off kidnapping a big-time lawyer. He's too busy looking for Góða's shadow to jump at." Okay. Herla, it's not her style. She makes her money selling nose candy to rich young scholars, not kidnapping. And the big cheese, be careful where you step. Mr. Góða doesn't like people butting into his business. That said, he's more likely to leave your lawyer as a corpse to warn others than to kidnap him.
Same answers like that.
Similar, yeah. So
Do we know who's running the trade?
that's gathered your 10 silver. So all you know is there is a letter saying the Low Kings have him, and that's it.
Do we know what king's officiating the trade?
We don't. That's what I was trying to find out.
Yeah, according to this guy, he doesn't think any of them would have done it.
Right. He thinks that this is outside of their wheelhouse, that somebody else is using the Low Kings as a patsy.
Correct. That's what he told
Probably
us the
someone
first time too.
Probably someone from the Purple Hand.
Well, it's very possible, especially seeing how he was willing to turn on the Purple Hand.
Do you have any ins with the Purple Hand?
No.
I will slide him 5 more silver and say, do you know, are you able to notify me when the transfer is going to happen? Figure you'll end up knowing that somewhere in the mix.
Yes, I might be able to.
Again,
It's supposed to be happening tomorrow night.
and they're going to notify tomorrow night. Or
My understanding is there's going to be a drop off of the gold. After that, this lawyer guy is going to be delivered the following morning.
do you know where the gold's going to be dropped at?
Nope, don't have that information yet.
Okay. Appreciate you. Maybe
Okay.
turn again when I have more.
We don't have it.
More money?
Information juice for you.
Yeah, the only other thing that I want to remind you guys that what you guys know of the criminal underworld is not only did Matt do a lot of dealings with them, but there are the there are the 3 Low Kings, and they all report to this mysterious figure called the Man.
The man.
Okay, they all work for that person, whoever that is. Okay.
The end of Middenheim is when we have to face the Man.
So,
He's the man.
It's the man that wants the 1,000 gold.
that's alright. Would we have been
Why
able,
wouldn't you
would we be
1,000
able to
gold?
acquire
Problem is I want to make sure this guy. I want to make sure this guy.
You've been
is
able to what?
alive.
Who? Half nose?
No.
These go?
drug?
If you get enough money.
Purple hand.
So.
'Cause if we can get
Okay,
him-
looks like we're going to wrap up here for the night.
10:30.
Yeah, 10:30. We will pick up in a week or so, and then Sunday we are playing Traveler, making characters. Okay.